Welcome back into Rounding Third Baseball, episode 330, Rivalry Cockfighting Weekend. I'm Nick, and we have Harrison tonight. How are we doing tonight, Harrison?
I mean, I think cockfighting is something we haven't hit on the show yet. So let's take this one for a spin. Why not?
My God, man. Just when you think MLB's hit a low, we'll dive into it. It's absolutely insane. But
yeah, I mean we've hit on a lot of weird topics, but cockfighting's a new one for us. So let's do it.
yeah, this one might take the cake. I'm not necessarily an expert in cockfighting, but whatever. All right, we'll get into it. But first, make sure you follow and like us on Facebook. You can subscribe on YouTube. You can also follow on Instagram, Rumble, and TikTok. You can also listen on Spotify and Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. We also have our affiliate sponsors, Logitech, MLB Shop, and Lids. You can find these links on the tops of all of our socials and our link tree. So if you're doing any shopping, please check those links out as we get a nice little kickback with no additional cost to you. Just a great way to support the show. We also have Rounding Third merch on Etsy. You search Rounding Third Baseball. We have sweatshirts, t-shirts, tumblers, phone cases, whole bunch of stuff on there. And just another great way to support us and to get our name out there. And finally, on Patreon, we are building this community, trying to build this community as this platform actually supports creators. So please check us out over on Patreon. All right, let's get into it. Cockfighting. Edwin Diaz implicated on cockfighting charges, showing up on promotional posters with his Dodgers jersey on, and openly discussed his family's involvement in a March 2026 interview. So this year, literally in an interview for a Puerto Rican paper, is just not denying anything. He's like, yeah, my family's done it for years. I grew up with it. Well, it's illegal in Puerto Rico. They made it illegal in Puerto Rico years ago, and Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, so it is a federal charge. So what the heck is going to happen here?
I don't know. This is wild. And the beauty of it is it's illegal. It's been illegal. And he's just like, oh yeah, no big deal. Like this is standard practice. It's like being like, yeah, I'm the guy that shoots dice in Central Park all the time. I'm the one that runs the book over here. Like you're just like, whatever, no big deal. This is fine. This is what we do. But I love the fact that they're using him in his Dodgers uniform to promote it. Like not only is he in it, but he's also like the promoter of it, and he's using the Dodgers logo in it. The Dodgers must be absolutely beside themselves that this guy is using their team name to pump up illegal cockfighting.
Yeah, I don't even know where, like, how does that even cross your mind that it's like, I'm hold on, guys. Wait for the picture. I'm going to put my Dodgers jersey on. Just wait a second. How does that thought even cross your mind? I get it. Promotional wise, it's amazing, right? We have Dodgers closer Edwin Diaz here on the poster promoting this, but like, I'm not the brightest bulb in the box, right? I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. But if I was happen to do something illegal, I'm not gonna put something that has my employer across my chest while I take pictures for a promotional video. I mean, my God.
Yeah. Now, I will say, in his defense, cockfighting culturally was a big thing in Puerto Rico for a long time. This goes back generations, and it was made illegal in like 2018, 2019. So like it hasn't been illegal that long relative to how long it's been going on. But at the same time, you are a superstar athlete, a well-known figure. Wouldn't you think you'd pay attention to what you can and can't do and maybe avoid walking right into this? Because not only did you admit that not only did you say that, we entered 4 roosters in March 2026, we do this all the time. You're in print and on social media in your Dodgers uniform pumping this thing up. Like you couldn't be more publicly implicating yourself in what you were doing than what he has. This is just, you're just throwing it wide open saying, hey guys, look at me, look what I'm doing. The Dodgers have not responded, which is probably a good thing because at first thought must have been, "What the hell is happening?" But, like, how do you move on from this? Like, how do you get past this?
This was just another one of those things where I like had to like dive into it because I'm like, this is social media just playing another game. Nope, nope, legit story. And Tim asks, what is it with elite closers and illegal activity? They got to have something else to do for the first 8 innings, I guess. I don't know.
They got 8 innings to entertain themselves.
Yeah, and Ryan, this is a great question. Shouldn't agents be shutting this stuff down? What do those guys even do?
Great question.
I mean,
how did nobody see the graphics and be like, dude, that's got to come down. You can't put that out there.
Yeah. Oh, Curtis.
Dear Lord.
Oh man. Yeah. Was it sponsored by DraftKings though? I mean, probably.
Oh
Man.
my goodness gracious. Yeah.
Yeah. I just, man. Yeah, and bring out all the jokes, right? Cockfighting, think he'll get a suspicion for sure.
Yeah, Mike Reed's calling from the suspinist over here too. So
yeah, listen, I don't know what it is with these guys. Like again, like what you said, it was culturally accepted, but it's been federally illegal for quite some time now. And for you to wear your baseball jersey to promote an illegal activity just blows my freaking mind.
Yeah, and then in the midst of all this, a couple of horse jockeys were also implicated in it. So to this point, no charges have been filed, but I'm sure they're going to be because there's no way that's going to just go away. But also, MLB's got their personal conduct policy, which just falls squarely in. So MLB, aside from any federal charges he may face, can also take action against him. Which it sounds like the league is also investigating this to determine what their next step should be. But either way, it doesn't look good for Edwin Diaz, who, I mean, obviously he hasn't been playing much lately, so it doesn't really matter. But this could be a very, very short Dodgers career for him, depending on how this goes.
We could be done, right? I mean, Highlights says because he is injured for quite a while, this will all fade away with a slap on the wrist, which will probably put him back on the IL. I don't know. I think when the Chargers, this is probably another one of those things that they need to kind of dive into. They need to dive deeper into how far does this go, right? So Chargers will come out. It's only a matter of time. But are they going to actively suspend him or suspend him with non-paid leave? Is that the term they use or whatever?
This feels just like the Class A situation. It's like, oh, you were doing this? Okay, let's find out more about it and see who else was involved. And then we'll eventually come back around to do something about it. But it's this is terrible for MLB. First of all, have this kind of crap come out because like this is the stuff you don't need. After you have the whole Class A thing, we're trying to make that go away, and I get this one pop up. And I think MLB's at a point now where like they can't just like sweep stuff like this under the rug because the whole world is like, well, this guy got that and this guy got that. What's this guy going to get? Everybody's watching now.
Right.
Everybody expects them to take action. So it's going to be hard to just do nothing. But at the same time, it's like, guys, what if you're going to do stuff like this off the field? Dear Lord, like be smarter about it. Like don't be so blatant with what you're doing to, put it out there. That's wild.
I mean, this might be a fair question, Michael. Maybe this is why the Mets let him walk. Maybe they knew. I don't know. Funniest outcome is if Ohtani was betting on the cockfights. Yeah, Michael said that almost at the same exact time. I don't get it. I get it. I was brought up in a different culture. I was never brought up around this type of stuff, never around gambling or any of that, luckily. But it's common sense to not do this. You have a multi-million-dollar contract, dude. How much more money do you need?
You've got 102 million reasons to just not get yourself in trouble for the next 3 years. And you can't do that.
Yeah, and if you can't stay out of it, if you find yourself stay in America. Stay in America on your work visa. Or if he's a permanent citizen now, I don't know his, residential status, but just stay in America if you know you're going to keep getting dragged back into that every time you go home. Right?
Yeah, it's
I
and
don't get it.
I know it's easy for us to sit here and say, well, geez, like if somebody gave me $100 million contract, like I'd keep myself out of trouble. When you've got that kind of money, the world is a little different than we're used to. But like you've got $100 million contract to protect. Like, are you making decisions with that in mind, or you're just like I'm above this stuff?
Yeah. Ryan goes, my neighbor has a rooster. Hate that thing. So I kind of get it. Michael asks, really? I thought Maine was a hotbed for cockfighting. No, you know what it really is? It's crab races in Maine. Have you ever had a crab race, Harrison?
Dude, it's lobster boat racing.
Lobster boat race? Well, that's that's legal
That
though.
is legal. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, crab races, you draw a circle and you find a crab in the tide pools. You draw a circle in the sand, you put them in the middle, and the first crab to climb to the outside, wins the pot. So
Yeah, it's pretty tame.
yeah,
And
it's
I
pretty
think
awesome.
I think Joseph nailed it. I mean, it's the Dodgers, so it's likely going to be his translator that was doing it, and he's probably okay. We know how this is going to go down. It's probably the interpreter or the translator, and that's how it's going to go down.
All right. So Diaz is an American citizen. So stay in America. If you find yourself gravitating towards that kind of stuff, like just stay away from it. It's easy for me to say, sitting here on a couch in North Carolina, being like idiot, but still like, and that's probably where his family is. So like, I get that part of it, but this is out of control. And I don't know, like you said, I think MLB has to come in and make example of these guys. Not a, suspended till we find out what's happening. Immediate ban, gone.
Yeah, you can't react to certain players certain ways and let other things go. Like you have to react to stuff. And when that whole gambling thing came out, the minor leaguers were all quickly dispatched, and then Shohei kind of twisted in the wind for a little while while they tried to figure it out. The Class A thing, that thing just kept lingering. I get it. They did not want to blow up the playoffs with news and all that, but that went on far too long. You have to what you need to do is like anybody else would do. You're suspended until pending investigation. Like out. Not allowed contact with the team. For him being on the IL probably doesn't matter because he's probably not around the team right now, but you need to shut him off. That access needs to be closed, and you need to go figure out what's going on because you can't have the team trying to, because the team's got their own issues here with their team name being in the advertising. Mike Reed's got a good point here on Patreon saying that his argument's going to be they used the picture without his permission. Maybe you could spin that story and get away with it. It's the only one he's got that could even be possible.
But he was publicly in the newspaper being like, yeah, like I was there. I put 4 roosters in it. Like,
yeah, it's bad. It's bad. But you have to take quick action. You've got to let the Dodgers do their own, handle their own fallout. You got to let Diaz go through the process, but you can't let this thing linger like you did with Class A, which was just kind of dumb. Yeah. Just kicking the can down the road and actually dealing with it.
And that one I think is a little bit more in depth than this Diaz one could be, I think. Right. I mean, the gambling one is like you have a lot of moving pieces there, but this one's insane. I don't get this at all. Just absolutely dumb, stupid. All the adjectives. Don't understand it.
I mean, I think about all the things we've talked about the last few years. You've got, Tatis with with these stupid injuries, and then the Peds with that huge contract. Edwin Diaz. We've had so many guys do such stupid things when they sign these huge contracts.
Yeah,
and it's like they forget that you may want to protect your future.
Ryan says, "What's next? Can we predict the next off-field nonsense?" That's the thing. Is like you think you could, and I don't know if I can get myself into that frame of mind to even predict anything anymore. I mean, street racing, maybe illegal street racing. Would that be the next thing possibly? I don't
I mean,
know.
yeah, I mean, we're not going to go like so deep as like human trafficking, are we? I mean, I don't know where this
Yeah.
goes, because it's, I mean, who had who had Edwin Diaz cockfighting on their bingo card? Like I didn't, I did not have that on my bingo card, but maybe somebody out there did. And maybe, to the point made in the chat earlier, maybe the Mets were aware of the fact that like he had some off-field stuff, and that's why they're kind of like, no, maybe we want to let him go,
Yeah.
or maybe we don't want to fight that hard to keep him. Although they did make a pretty strong offer to him when he blew him off, but
They did.
I feel like these guys, these players, are good at hiding their private lives to a certain extent. But as they become better, the contracts get bigger, the attention grows. I feel like these guys just make mistakes and they kind of forget about it.
Blake Snell looks like he could cut a catalytic converter pretty damn quick.
Yeah. I wouldn't meth with him.
And my goodness. Yeah, we haven't even brought up Julio
jeez.
Urias and who shall not be named in Tampa. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of awful stuff that happens in this world, right? I get it.
Yep.
But like, you are on one of the brightest stages globally. Not even just in this country, globally. Baseball is starting to become global.
Well, and the
right?
Dodgers especially.
Yeah. And you're just like, man, oh man, this one's up there for me, man, as one of the dumbest things I have ever heard. Because it's not even the fact that he got caught. It's the fact that he publicly came out and admitted he was doing it. Like that's where I am just like Ryan said back there, it's just bizarre the more I think about it. Like I can't even put words to it because it's just so stupid. Don't understand it.
Yeah.
My prediction: Bellinger going to spark up in the on deck circle, lock it in.
Dude, he's gonna walk into the batter's box just with one hanging out of his lip.
Yeah, right. Highlights says trying to think of players who ruin their careers doing something stupid. Remember Brian Taylor of the Yankees? What was that?
I do.
One?
He was
What was that one?
He was one of their top prospects. I don't remember why he didn't make it, but I mean, I remember having his card when he was in the minors, and it was like he was going to be the next big thing, and then completely flamed out. Like last year, we're talking about the Class A situation, saying, this is the dumbest crime ever committed, and what a terrible way to ruin your career. And then Edwin Diaz is like, dude, hold my beer, watch this.
Yeah, I
got one better for you. Mike Reed says in the chat, just imagine what some players going to get nailed for during the lockout. when these guys have all that time on their hands, who knows what they're going to get into?
Yeah. What was it? I'm trying to find it real quick.
Yeah, I don't remember what happened to him. I remember he was going to be the next big thing and then wasn't.
He was at a bar with his brother and a friend, and a fight broke out. The story goes that he stepped in to protect them, was picked up and slammed to the ground, injuring his left shoulder in the process, tore his capsule and labrum.
Oh, yikes.
Famed orthopedic surgeon Frank Jobe called it the worst he had ever seen.
Yikes.
So, yeah, and he was slated to be the number 1 pick, it looks like. So, yeah. So, bar fight ended his career.
Nice. That's okay. That's right up there with some of the dumbest.
There it is. Found it. Yeah, bar fight. Okay. I should just let you guys let me know. But
it's like, not to, I mean, good for Brian Taylor defending his brother, but like, why put yourself in situations like that? Like, I can only imagine the target these guys have on their back as professional athletes, as highly rated prospects, as public figures. People absolutely have no filter and will do anything they can to goat you into something. They will absolutely make your life miserable to get a reaction.
Yeah.
And putting yourself in that situation you're just asking for it to happen.
Yeah, I mean, post-career, but David Ortiz getting shot at a bar, right? And there was a whole bunch of speculation around that. It happened to be just a stray bullet, supposedly. That's the story that came out, but who knows, right? I just don't put yourself in situations like that. It's just crazy.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
You're a public figure. You've got a lot of financial reasons to stay out of trouble. You want to have a drink? Go buy a 6-pack and go sit at home. Go sit in your hotel room. Like, Just if I was these guys, I would lay as low as possible to not draw attention to myself.
Hell, don't even go to the store. Send your butler out to get it that you're paying 6 figures to a year. I mean,
send your
come on
assistant.
now.
I mean, honestly, like if you know that like the team equipment guy would run and grab you, would go take care of that. Like,
yeah,
come on.
Yeah, exactly.
It's bad.
If you're making 10 million a year, chill out. What's the unnecessary risk? And that's where I am at. I'll never be able to wrap my brain around, like, is it these guys are just looking for another fix? Like, they've done this at such a high level for so long, they've mastered it. Are they looking for another buzz? Are they looking for that next fix? Is that it?
I think you'll find these guys are super, super competitive. They want to win at anything. They're all adrenaline junkies, especially closers. Like, that's all about coming in for 5 minutes, getting all jacked up with the music and the lights and the end of the game. Like, I think these guys are, I mean, I think athletes in general, they're super competitive. They want to prove they can win at literally everything. They are, they're all adrenaline junkies. They get off on the high of competing. And I think they like to take the risks because it makes them, it gets them excited.
Yeah. Bar fight worked for Nuke and Crash. Well,
yeah. They're different.
Yeah. But yeah, just don't get it. We'll never get it. But anyways, we will keep tabs on that to see what unfolds from that. But it's not going to be good.
Him just admitting it and being so blatant about it is just the dumbest thing of this whole story.
Yeah. I got nothing else to add.
Just dumb.
Just wild. Well, reports came out that the San Francisco Giants are looking to dump their big contracts. So that's Adames, that's Chapman, that's Devers, that's Webb, and that's Robbie Ray. Who takes them? Anybody? Any takers? Please?
No.
No?
No, there's no shot. Unless, like I said to you the other day, like unless they're willing to take almost nothing for them or eat a ton of money, which I don't think they're in a position to do. Because you can't have a $200 million payroll because you're paying 4 guys that aren't there anymore. There's no shot that these guys are moving. Devers especially, I agree, Joseph. Devers is dead on arrival. You're going to have to DFA that guy before anybody touches him. I think Adames is salvageable. I think there's probably value in Adames. I mean, he's been playing better lately. Chapman is still a defensive monster, just offensively all over the place. And I mean, Robbie Ray's probably got value. You could probably move Adames and Robbie Ray. Devers, there's no shot. There's no shot he goes anywhere.
But if he does, no one's eating it. Like no, like you have to eat the entire contract. We're paying him league minimum if he comes to our team.
Yeah, I'm giving you nothing for him. You can have a couple of like scrubs from A-ball, and that's it. I'm giving you nothing for him, and I'm not paying him anything. But like, you can dump your garbage in my lawn. I'll take it, but I'm not giving you anything for it.
Yeah. Yeah, Joseph saying no one's taking Devers. Michael says Braves are front runners for Devers, and a big F no. And Curtis says my dumbass team will. We love to overpay. Mr. Clams, they're gonna have to eat some of that money, if not all of it. I mean, but there's no way you can dump all 5 of these guys, right?
No,
because if you have to eat all 5 of these contracts, you're just not doing it.
Yeah, there's 8 years left on Devers' contract, including 2026.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. And the Red Sox retained, I want to say it was $4 million a year. So, like, they even gave some financial support to the Giants to make this happen. Yeah, it's $4 million. Yeah, just over $4 million a year the Red Sox retained from 26 on.
Yeah.
It's just, there's no way. There's no way. I mean, blowing it up is absolutely the right decision, and it's the easy choice. But like we were talking about on the last show, there's just no way anybody's going to take most of these guys. Adames, maybe. Devers, nope. Chapman, probably not, unless you're going to take nothing. Robbie Ray, maybe. But again,
I think Yeah, but I think Ray and Webb are the only two you can reasonably move. You can
Yeah.
never have enough pitching, right? Whether it's hurt or not, like I'll take the
Yeah.
30 innings you're gonna throw because that's 3 games that I don't have to think about anybody else. Heck, that's 6 games in today's game. That's 5 innings a game. So
Yeah. There you
heck,
go.
I mean, why not? Especially if you're getting these guys for next to nothing, right? I mean, you have to. I think the Giants have to reset this, right? Somehow, some way.
You'd love to, yeah. I mean, if you're Buster Posey, you would love to erase your mistakes. I mean, Devers is 100% on Posey. That was his mistake.
Yeah.
Uh, you could see the train coming off the tracks, and he made the move anyways. Um, you know, Adames also Posey. I don't. At the time, it seemed like a good deal. You were looking for a shortstop, and he fit the bill, but he's not played well. Chapman, I wouldn't call it a mistake. He's been good for you, but he's fading. The
He was
fade
an
is
animal a couple of years ago, and he was
yeah.
the only reason he was that they were semi-competitive.
I mean,
But
he's like Arenado. He's just fading. Like that's
yeah,
unfortunately what happens to these guys. And third base can be a demanding position,
yeah,
and I think you're seeing that. Again, Chapman is what is he's 33. He's had some good seasons. He's had what is this? This is his third year in San Fran. He was a monster in 2024 for you. He was pretty good in 2025 for you. Not good this year. Like I don't think anybody saw that fall off happening as fast as it did.
no. But JMB, thanks for the props on the Photoshop. Yeah, this one was fun to kind of put together. But Rockies supposedly want Devers. Okay, yeah, you're sending the Giants a bag of chips, and they have to eat their entire contract in order for Devers to go to Colorado. There's no shot. That would be the only way, right?
Yeah, I mean, the
Crazy.
Rockies can't afford to pay his contract. They'd
No.
have to take him for, pennies on the dollar.
Arise is a good. I mean, he could be trade bait for sure, right? He's just on it. Wait, he signed one, or did he sign a 3-year deal there? Why
I
is
think
3 sticking in my head?
I thought he was a 1-year deal.
I think he was. I think you're right. And Marty, yes, 1,000%. Vitello walked into a mess in San Francisco,
Yeah,
and
1-year deal.
I don't think he's necessarily adding to it either, or he's adding to it just by being new and trying to figure it out. And Buster Posey's probably sitting there in meetings every day being like, hey buddy, it's not supposed to be like this. Like, I hope Buster Posey's taking some of the blame for this, because this is an absolute shame what's happening in San Francisco. And
Yeah.
like we've been saying the last couple shows, they're completely stuck unless they can unload these guys.
Yeah. I mean, Buster Posey has absolutely made some huge mistakes. And we said it, new front office guy, great baseball guy, new front office guy. He's learning as he goes. He's gonna make some mistakes. The Devers one is just a really big one. Like that's a huge mistake to make. But like the signs were there. The other one's Adames. I wouldn't get too mad at him about. Chapman was a monster for you for the last 2 years. Like you didn't expect him to just fall off the face of the earth like he has.
No, but usually contracts you buy the front half of the deals. Let's be honest. That's usually how the contracts work out. Like, I'm going to pay for the production in the first 2 or 3 years and expect the fall off. I mean, Chapman's been around the league for a while now.
Yes, I mean Chapman's got some years on him. This is his 10th season. He's 33.
I could have sworn it was more than that, to be honest. So
yeah, well, it feels like he's been around a lot longer.
Yeah.
I think in Oakland the years just seem longer. But I mean, and he was really good the first 2 years in San Fran. Like I don't think you had reason to expect him to fall off like this.
Yeah. Yeah, and highlights worse than being bad. The Giants are simply boring, and I tune into the A's, I tune into the Diamondbacks, so I've seen the Giants play a few times, and there's nothing about that ball club that I'm even remotely excited about. I mean, I like watching Logan Webb pitch, but again, I flip the channel when the offense comes up because it's non-competitive. Half the reason I don't watch the Red Sox anymore, completely non-competitive. every game. It's not fun baseball to watch. They can't even get a ball in play. I mean, it's brutal. It's brutal baseball.
Yeah.
So
I watched the Giants game last night. I watched because they were playing the Athletics. Honestly, it's the only reason I watched. And I was sending Nick messages. I'm like, what the hell are these guys doing? Like Vitello not challenging an obvious play at second base where Soderstrom slid into the foot of Adames, never touched the base, and decided not to challenge it. And I'm like, what the hell is this guy doing? Like, there is absolutely no reason not to challenge that. It was so blatantly obvious. The whole ballpark knew it. Adames is screaming, pointing to the dugout to challenge it, and he just waves it off and goes, no, keep going. I think Vitello's in way over his head. I think he inherited a mess. I think Buster Posey's made some huge mistakes. And I think the only way they get out of this is time. You have to get further into these contracts before these guys are going to be tradable. Devers especially. Nobody's taken 7 years and $200 million for that guy. Unless they think they can somehow fix him.
No chance.
Good luck.
Yeah. My mom asked, are these guys that they picked up this year, are they old contracts? Well, sort of both to all of them. They picked up a few pieces in the offseason, but Devers was a contract that was signed by the Red Sox that the Giants traded for, expecting a slugger, and he's done nothing. But I mean, Robbie Ray's been there for a few years now. Logan Webb has been there forever. So those are kind of old contracts, but honestly, the only two pieces I see them, I'd say three, moving on from is Luis Arraez. He's on the 1-year deal. I think everybody in the chat's with me on that. And I think Logan Webb and Robbie Ray are movable just because they are pitchers. Otherwise than that, I don't think anybody wants these hitters or fielders unless you have a third baseman go down or a shortstop go down, then you might be looking this direction. But even then, most of these teams are choosing to pull from the farm instead of trading.
Yeah.
So it's just a mess. It's a mess.
Yeah. And then you've got Adames is on a 7-year, $182 million deal. So of these contracts, the only two players here that Posey's responsible for are Devers and Adames. He inherited Chapman. Chapman was already there in 24 before he got hired. That was Farhan Zaidi that signed him. Same with Robbie Ray, because Robbie Ray was hurt when Buster started. Right. So really, Devers and Adames he owns those. Those were his moves. And the Devers one will haunt him forever, I think. The Adames one, again, like he was good last year. And he's playing better lately, so I don't know if the Adames deal is going to be like, it's going to haunt him, but the Devers deal absolutely will. That was a huge mistake because everybody saw what was going on.
Adames was the first 30 home run guy for the Giants since Barry Bonds last year, right?
Yeah, he was good. I mean, he had a good season for them.
Yeah,
he hit 225, but he's not exactly like a huge batting average guy. He's a 244 career hitter. But yeah, 30 home runs, 87 RBIs, and played pretty good defense for you and played 160 games. Like almost a 4-WAR player. You will take that.
Yeah. Watching a bad defensive team will make you want to take up another hobby, like cockfighting, for example.
Maybe that's what it is. I mean, Edwin Diaz has got time in his hands. He's watching other teams play, and it's so bad that he had to take up cockfighting.
Yeah, Marty, your Astros are not looking great. Offense is horrible. So is their pitching. Other than Yordan Alvarez, there's not much bright spots there in Houston right now. I mean, that pitching staff going down was the worst thing for you guys, but Astros tough. So, but we'll see what happens with the Giants. But they're already being like, it's May 17th, and they're like, can everybody anybody you can come and pick your player. Come pick your player. They're yours.
Yeah. And funny how the phone isn't ringing.
No. Yeah.
Nobody wants these guys.
No.
I mean, I agree with you. If he was going to trade Logan Webb, there's 100% a market for that guy.
Yes.
Teams would love to have him. Robbie Ray, I'm sure somebody would take him for the right deal. Adames, he's gonna be hard to trade because his contract gets jacked up starting next year. He goes from 13 million a year to 31 for the rest of the contract.
Oh, yikes. Yeah, no one's paying that.
That's a huge escalation for a guy who's a, better than average shortstop, but he's not like rocking the world.
Yeah.
And then there's Devers. Good luck.
Yeah. Not
Good
happening.
luck. I love seeing him anywhere but Boston.
Yep, for sure. All right, Kyle Schwarber, first to 20 home runs. We talked about him last show, right? Because he was on like a 5-game home run streak. He was on pace for 72 entering Saturday, Harrison. So is Kyle Schwarber chasing 70 home runs this year? Could we see 70 home runs out of Kyle Schwarber?
I'm going to say no, because the problem with Schwarber, and especially his style, is he's going to have that stretch, which he has every year, where his power just seems to disappear for a while. Last year he was on a crazy pace too, and he fell off. I just don't think he is that level of consistent to do that and chase a number. Is he chasing 60 like he kind of was last year? Yeah, I think so. I think he could hit 60. I don't see Schwarber being able to keep this up, because he's always got that stretch where he just fades, and he fades hard for a while.
I'm with you. I think I would lower my expectation to 60, because all hitters do find an 0 for 21 slump at some point in the season. It's inevitable. It's baseball, right?
Yep.
Ryan goes, Hall of Famer Kyle Schwarber, crazy, right?
Yeah.
Michael says somewhere in the 50s. So yeah, high 50s. Yep. Probably. Marty thinks injuries could be an issue at his age. Yeah. I mean, injuries are all on the table with all these guys all the time. Yeah, Tim says, I think we can see 60 from Schwarber. He had 50, 56, 57. He was somewhere in that last year. So
yeah, last year was 56.
56. So yeah, nice call, Tim. Curtis is over 50. And then Schwarber versus Murakami home run derby. Make it happen. Just put those two in the swing off and just make it the whole all-star weekend, and I'd be happy with that. So
that'd be amazing.
Yeah, Murakami hits 2 more homers against the Cubs yesterday. That kid is up to 16, I think he is now. Just absolutely still hitting the ball out of the ballpark.
And still one double. One double. One double.
One double is crazy.
Murakami is at 17 home runs, 32
now.
RBIs, 236 batting average, 65 Ks, and 1 double. I'm now like on double watch with Murakami. I'm waiting for his next double.
I want him to end the season with 60 homers and 4 doubles. 60 homers and 4 doubles.
And 250 Ks. Like, let's really just mess baseball up.
Yeah. And he'll be in the Hall of Fame when he's done his career with a stat line like that.
I will say he now just leads the AL in strikeouts. He's lost the MLB lead.
Well, who's got that?
I've got he had as of yesterday, so I'm not sure who. Somebody must have taken like a golden sombrero today and taken over.
God, but yeah, realistically, Schwarber,
O'Neal Cruz, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Actually,
so
Kyle Schwarber just jumped him too.
Oh, there we go. All right. Realistically, I'm going 58. I'm going 58 homers with Kyle Schwarber. What's your number
for Schwarber? I mean, I'll go 55. I'll take the under of that. I'll go 55.
Okay, nice round number. Love it. All right. Colt Emerson, 19 years old, makes MLB debut. I mean, what do the Mariners have to lose at this point? They need to find somebody that can hit and field and catch, because that team is struggling.
Terrible.
And I don't know if they're going to find it. I have tuned into them. John Temple is, in our chat while we're watching. We talk quite a bit during the week, and I seriously just need to start releasing his messages on our page, because they would go viral for sure. Because it's real bad, and I feel bad for Mariners fans after having a contender last year. These guys are freaking lost.
Yeah, it's bad. And John saying in chat over here, he worked to walk and hit a liner to right.
Yeah.
So you're already getting more production out of him than like everybody else in the lineup.
What do the Mariners do? I mean, we just, spent 20 minutes tearing apart the Giants. What do the Mariners have to do here? Does firing Dan Wilson do something to this team?
No, I mean, I hate to say it, but you need to pretty well rearrange this roster. You got guys that got to go. You got, honestly, I would look to move J-Rod.
I was just going to ask you about that. Do you think he should be the centerpiece of this team?
No, I don't think I think he's an incredibly talented guy, but he is so wildly inconsistent night to night, week to week, month to month, that you can't build a team around him. You just can't. He's going to have moments where he blows you. He had that insane catch the other day.
Yeah.
Insane catch. Defensively, he's one of the best, period. End of the story. Full stop. And the defense doesn't take a day off. Offensively, he is either the best guy on your team or the worst guy on your team. And there was no in between with him. He's either hitting everything or hitting nothing. But you can't build a lineup around him. You just can't do it.
No.
He's a guy that's got to hit like fifth or sixth, so he can he can go off, but he's not a core part of the start of your lineup because you can't count on him. You just can't. But at the end of the year, the numbers are there.
Yeah. Tim, this is the hard part, right? I totally agree with you at this point. Mariners need hitting in the worst way possible. They have a plethora of pitching, trade pitching for hitting. However, it's such a double-edged sword because the pitching is the only way that you're in these ball games because the offense is so anemic. So like, if you start trading that away, like you're kind of almost in the same spot. Like, yeah, you got a bat or two, maybe, but you're now giving up those runs that those pitchers would prevent. So like they're kind of stuck as well. I mean, you could get major league bats back for the staff you have, no doubt in my mind, but do those bats outweigh the pitching that you're going to ship out to get them those hitters? I don't know. I mean, the rest of your lineup is so awful that one or two bats isn't going to fix anything. So now you've lost Logan Gilbert, for example, who doesn't, well, I mean, lately he's been giving them up, but usually doesn't, right? For a couple extra hits a game, that does nothing for the Mariners. But like, I agree. If it's time to tear it down and start to rebuild, that's where you start. You start shipping out the pitching staff. But I don't know if that fixes anything immediately. And Marty, this is a great point. They're in the AL West. There's still hope. AL West is a mess.
AL
West is awful. Divisions. Yeah.
AL West is awful.
DH Jr., it's their only shot. I mean, and the Mariners don't go and get Rafael Devers.
They do not.
No.
They do not. I mean, again, like Julio is an incredibly talented guy, an incredibly frustrating guy. At the end of the year, his numbers are going to be there, but right now, as it goes day to day, like he's just not a guy you can count on. But the talent is undeniable. What's shocking to me is that the guy in all this that's actually been the only like stability for them in terms of a veteran is Arozarena, who's been the only guy who's consistently produced for you throughout the season.
Well, I question Dan Wilson's managing. Luke Raley was freaking on fire. You have Dom Canzone also hitting well for the Mariners. Those three are probably your only quote unquote consistent hitters. And Dan Wilson is pinch hitting for Dom Canzone and Luke Raley late in games.
Yeah.
Like, why are you pulling those guys out of the lineup? It doesn't make any sense to me.
I saw Ref Snyder pitch hitting the other night, and I'm like, man, like I love what Ref Snyder gave to the Red Sox, but it's just not working. It's not working out there for him.
Mm-mm. No, and
Connor Joe too. Like you keep seeing Connor Joe come up as a pinch hitter, and produce nothing.
I get the lefty righty matchups. I do. Right. That's what analytics say. Your eyeball test is like Luke Rayleigh's got 8 homers. Dom Canzone is 3 for 4 every night, it seems like, but he's the only guy that's hitting. But you're pinch hitting for him just because he's a left-handed bat late in the game. What are you doing? What are you doing?
At this point, if a guy's swinging a good bat, I'll let him hit against anybody because if I don't have a better option, like a way better option, I'm gonna let him hit.
Dude, I'm just penciling those 3 in the lineup, and I'm taking automatic outs for the other 6. Like,
Yeah,
I don't even care. Like, Marty Cal Raleigh's on the IL with a strained oblique.
Yeah.
I think he was playing with it for a while. He was trying to play through it, and then ultimately just couldn't, and that's why he had that huge hitless streak. But that's me speculating. Obviously, not a team doctor, but yeah. I don't know where the Mariners go here. I really don't. This is another team I'm completely lost on. And I don't know if Dan Wilson survives this year. I really don't.
Well, and I think it's hard to say you can just rely on the pitching because like their pitching's been wildly inconsistent. Munoz has been not good at the back of the bullpen. You've got Gilbert, who's been not very good. Luis Castillo's been terrible. You've got Kirby, who's been good. Hancock's been good. Wu has been good, but not as good as he was. You got Munoz having trouble at the back end of the bullpen. You've got Castillo and Gilbert who look lost. And then a bullpen that's kind of all over the place. Like the pitching for them used to be an automatic. And this year the pitching's not as automatic as it's been. And the offensive struggles just feel that much bigger.
I agree.
Like this was a terrible offense last year until they made the trades middle of the year. But like they hung on and they continue to hang around. This team, when that pitching falls off, even just a click or two, which they're not, that rotation is not pitched like a top 3 rotation.
No, they haven't.
And when you lose that was like the only core thing you had that kept you in it. The lack of offensive production is just that much worse.
I've never watched so many games where the Mariners get down 3-1 and I'm like, it's over. I can change the channel. They're not coming back. Like it's crazy. Ed, and we talked about this the other night. Never seen a season with more guys on third base with 1 out or no outs and remaining there. Red Sox, Mariners, Astros, and more. Saw it Yankees game the other night. Bases loaded, no outs. They don't score. It just seems like Red Sox do it every inning. It seems, even if they even get a hit, I don't even know. But I mentioned this a couple shows ago that it's like it seems like every game I'm watching, from the 7th inning on, an announcer inevitably comes on and says the Royals are 0 for 19 with runners in scoring position today. The Tigers are 1 for 32 with runners in scoring position today. No one around the league has a decent average with runners in scoring position. As a team, I'm saying, right? Individual players have some good stats, but as a team, the average with runners in scoring position is horrendous. And I would almost go with saying it's got to be one of the lowest in the most recent years, right? I've never seen teams struggle so much to score runs with runners in scoring position across the league.
I mean, nobody knows how to put the ball on the ground to the right-hand side to move a guy over. Nobody knows how to get the ball in the air to the outfield to get him in. They can't situationally hit. They can't move guys around. It's just one speed. I'm going to drop and drive, and either goes out of the ballpark or it doesn't. And John Temple's saying a lot of the same stuff in the chat about the Mariners. Dan's been a bit of a disappointment. You thought you get more out of him, but you're not. But at the end of the day, they're missing a bunch of relievers. The rotation's underperformed. You've got key guys hurt. Like, yeah, this team needs to get healthy, and then you'll get a real good look at who they could be. But even coming out of the gate this year healthy, it was not. They did not start well. There's definitely something wrong with what's going on with that team, and some of the moves they've made have not worked out. But they need, again, as we said for 3 years, they consistently need bats. They consistently need offense. And now they need it worse than ever because the pitching isn't quite as good as it's been.
So let's lean on a 19-year-old because that's all we got left.
That's it. I mean, they got no moves. This is not a team that's got a ton of money to throw around. This is not a team that's in a big market that can, absorb another big contract. This is not a team with an appetite to go spend a boatload of money. They're going to have to figure it out from within. and hope that somebody shows up and saves the day. But if you're thinking this 19-year-old kid's gonna ride into town and save you, you need a lot more than just one guy.
Yeah. Ryan, you just hit the nail on the head, right? Cal carried that team last year. With him returning to Earth, the construction of this team falls apart. Yeah, you don't understand how much 60 home runs, how much production that brings to your team.
Yeah.
Right?
Huge.
Yeah. And he's got how many? 4, maybe? I don't even think he's got that many homers. I mean, we knew he wasn't going to repeat the 60 home runs last year, but that's at this point looks like it was the worst thing he could have done for his career was hit 60 bombs last year. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, Cal's hitting 161 with 7 home runs and 18 RBIs.
He's got 7. So,
and John's saying in the chat, like, they need 2 right-handed bats stat.
Yeah, 1,000%. Leaving Prom to face Skeens is crazy work.
It is.
I just,
wild.
Mariners have 6 prospects in the top 100. Astros have 2. I mean, and I think that's what we're going to see these teams start leaning towards, right? Instead of trading for a 10-year contract in Rafael Devers or 7-year with Willy Adames, they're going to give a shot to one of these top guys in their system because A, they're cheaper, and 2, you can mold them into how you want them to be on your team.
Yep.
So I mean, I get it, but I don't know where I would begin to start tearing apart this Mariners team. I mean, I guess it would have to be the pitching staff if you want to get any type of prospects in return, right? Is that maybe Julio? Because team will pay for a premium center fielder, but
they will.
Anybody else?
I mean, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to move some of these guys. I mean, you got Luis Castillo, who I believe is in the last year of his contract, so you're not going to get as much in return, but you could move him out. He's been awful though, so it's going to be hard to make that trade. I mean, and you do not want to trade off a guy like Brian Wu, or if you don't have to,
right?
I mean, the Mariners have some young guys in the system. It's just most of them aren't ready. And I kind of forgot, but John was saying, you got Victor Robles currently sitting in AAA. He had a walk-off hit today. Victor Robles is just chilling down in AAA doing his thing. I would have thought by now they would have had a spot for him.
Yeah. Bringing up teenagers has certainly worked out for the Mariners in the past. Yeah, but Curtis says the last time a 19-year-old kid carried a team, it was the Mariners. He was Ken Griffey. He's no Ken Griffey. No way. And
no,
I don't think we're saying he is, but it's Mariners have to do something, and this is one of the moves they can make. But this team's lost, and like you guys said in the chat, the only saving grace is it's the AL West, and that division's a mess. So we'll see what happens. But
and don't forget, Colt Emerson is the kid that they gave that big contract to before he even came up. Like this, the Mariners have been banking on this kid for a while, just trying to wait to see some signs that he was ready or not. I think they need him, and it's like, look, kid, here you go. You're going to learn on the job. Because we have no moves here. We have no other option.
None. All right, let's get to some injuries. Clay Holmes, fractured fibula, out for a while, was Mendoza's quote. Looks like it's going to be August until he's back. Do the Mets have any chance? Flat out, yes or no?
No. I mean, will they play better than they have at some point? Yeah. But, like, are they going to be a playoff team? No. But I didn't think they were coming into the season either. Yeah, I didn't think they'd be this bad. But I wasn't picking the Mets to make the playoffs anyways. So
all right,
to me, it's kind of like, whatever. It's because to me, the pitching wasn't going to be good enough and the lineup turnover was too much, and both are proving to be true. Yeah. And Bo Bichette has been an awful addition for them. Just awful. Was it say yesterday he dropped the pop fly to allow a run? Like, it just, everything's bad.
Well, that was Carson Bench.
No, I think it was one today. I think Bichette dropped one today. Bench was that one was terrible.
Both okay. So, anyways, we'll move on from the Mets because
it's just bad. It's bad all over the place.
Yeah. The never-ending story. Sorry, guys, I had to with this one.
God.
Another trip to the IL Is it time to close the book on Trevor Story in Boston?
I was really hoping he would opt out, knowing that he wouldn't because there's too much money left on that contract. He's been such a disaster for the Red Sox. Bad contract, bad situation, can't get on the field. And honestly, like in a way, I'm kind of happy this is happening because you got friggin' nothing to lose at this point. Marcelo Mayer, you're the shortstop for the rest of the year. Just go play. Show us what you can do. I call Christian Campbell up, put him at second base. Like, just bring the young guys up. Forget you guys. Like, it's over.
Yeah.
You know, there's the music stopped. Let's stop pretending like this is going to be a season, and just bring the young guys up and let them play. Roll the ball out there and see what happens.
Yeah, I'm with you, Scott. I love this one. Send him to Seattle. JP Crawford is not JP Crawford anymore. Maybe Trevor Story needs a change of scenery. Send him to Seattle. We'll take a bullpen arm or anybody. We'll take your 26th man on your roster. I don't even care at this point. But Tim says, yes, close the Story. Meyer to short. Bring Christian Campbell up. Let him cook or not cook. Yeah, I just why did you choose this graphic? The scene still over 40 years later. Yeah, well, sorry.
It's
the
weird.
I don't know. It's hard because I was excited for Trevor Story to come to Boston. I thought his swing would fit Fenway.
Totally agree.
He dislocates his shoulder in Anaheim like 5 games into the season, misses the rest of the year on that, comes back halfway through. He just hasn't lived up to anything that I thought he was going to be. Too much swing and miss. I mean, a guy that swings and misses a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's time. And like you said, just bring the young kids up and let them play. It's going to be painful, but at least the kids are playing for something at that point.
Well,
right?
And this team might actually be fun to watch if they did that. Like, God love Trevor Story, but like I don't enjoy watching him. Like I don't enjoy his game. I don't enjoy the way he plays. I thought I would, and I was excited about him, but at this point, like I'm just so over the Trevor Story thing that it's like whatever. Like just let's move on. You got 2/3 of the season out of him in 2022. You got, what is that? 30% of the season in 2023. You got just over 10% of the season in 2024. He had a really good year last year, and now he's back on the IL. Granted, it's not a long IL stay. It's a sports hernia. It's going to be a couple of weeks. But with this team being where it is and with him performing like he is, now's the time you just call it. Just pronounce the patient dead and move on. And bring the kids up. Let them play. Trevor Story, we'll try to find a trade for you. Bye.
Yeah.
And just move on. Just turn the keys over, because what you've done to this team this year is you've made a complete mess of that roster. And then you misused a number of guys early on in the season. That's why Alex Cora is not here anymore. Like, you've taken what could have been a pretty good season and completely ruined it. Let's just finish it off. Take it out back and shoot it.
Yeah, I this might be an unpopular opinion for Red Sox fans, and this might be my bias love for Ketel Marte, but if they pulled that trigger, I think this team's in a different place, and I think in a good place. I think what Ketel Marte can bring to an offense, if you pull the trigger and you send early, and they wanted Christian Campbell at the time, like, yes, 2020 hindsight, it actually looks good because Christian Campbell's not playing well. But you send early, you send Campbell, and I think they wanted Duran too. Bye. That fixes your outfield problem. That gives you an all-star second baseman, MVP candidate, and it fixes your offense. And you have a right-handed hitter that can put it over the monster.
But do you get a different version of Ketel Marte than the one that's playing right now? Because he stinks right now.
He doesn't. If you look at his hard hit rates, it's crazy. He's just like tough luck. He is hitting rockets at guys.
His stat line is brutal.
His stat line is absolutely brutal, but his hard hit percentage is pretty good. He's hitting the ball hard at people. Like, it's crazy to watch his game right now. But I think it's a different tone if he comes to Boston in the offseason. That's just me. But
I think he'd be an improvement to what you got. But
yeah.
this team is just so lost and so injured. It's everything. Like Mike Reed says in the chat over here, I don't know if I've ever seen more injuries in a short time than he's had, which I think is true for Story and Chris Sale. Chris Sale's the same situation, but
yeah,
I don't remember there being so many injuries in a short time for the Red Sox.
Yeah, there's
Like
been a
the
lot.
Red Sox have had some seasons that were riddled with injuries, but it's been a while. This one is just it's one after another after another.
Yeah,
just
it's
brutal.
Not good. Not good.
Poor performance and injury.
Yep. All right, Blake Snell, loose bodies in his elbow. Is Blake Snell a what if?
I mean,
when he pitches a full season, he's a Cy Young Award winner. When he doesn't, because he's hurt,
yeah.
Would you consider him a what if?
I mean, I feel like he has to be. Like, you look at Blake Snell, he's been in the league 11 years. He's got 81 wins. Like, I look at his stats and I just go, really? That's in? But it's like, he started 24 games, 31, 23, 11, 27, 24, 32, 20, 11. It's, it's like you get a full season, a half season, a quarter season, full half quarter, full half quarter, full half quarter. It's just the same. It's the same pattern his whole career. It is frustrating to watch.
And those full seasons, he's Cy Young Award winner, right?
Yeah, when he pitches a full season, he wins the Cy Young. And he's now the holder of the all-time career record for strikeouts per nine at 11.2. I mean, I think he has to be. I think he has to be a what if, because when he's on the field full time, he's one of the best in the game.
Yeah. Oh, well, and this is another good part. His innings count is really low too, right? And Tim hits it.
Super low.
Even when he was winning Cy Youngs, he was only going 5 a start. He's never been that durable, and 1,000% agree. Yeah, he's never been a deep in game guy.
No, the last Cy Young he won, he set the record for shortest amount of or lowest amount of innings per start at 5 1/3. As a Cy Young winner. I mean, the guy barely gets through the 5th inning and then gets you maybe 1 out in the 6th and he's gone. He's not durable. His approach drives me crazy. He's a nibbler. His pitch counts are way too high, way too early in games. He refuses to give in to contact. He has to get the strikeout. I think his approach sucks. I think his mentality sucks. And I think that's why he gets hurt like he does. He refuses to allow contact. And when you do that, you throw way too many pitches. Everything's a 2-2 count. Everything's a 3-2 count. You're way too deep. And he's consistently 100 pitches coming out of the 5th inning.
Yeah.
I think about his approach drives me crazy.
He has that one shutout, I believe, when he was with the Padres.
Yep.
And was that a no-hitter or one hitter? It was almost a no-hitter. I don't think he got the no-hitter, but
one career complete game, and it was a complete game shutout.
Complete game shutout, but crazy. But either way, he is on the shelf with loose bodies in his elbow as well. So we'll see.
Whatever, yet another guy the Dodgers are gonna pay to just sit around.
Yep. All right, Harrison, our boy Tommy Pham, his 11th MLB, well, not MLB team yet. He signed a minor league deal with the Orioles.
He's coming up. It's Tommy Pham.
Absolutely. So when he gets called up to the Orioles, it will be his 11th team. I do too. I'm just like, let's just go for the record at this point, buddy. Come on now. You got it. Yeah. Cardinals, Padres, Rays, Mets, Reds, White Sox, Red Sox, Pirates, Royals, Diamondbacks, and Orioles are the 11 teams. So absolutely love it. But I had to bring it in.
He's one of a kind. It amazes me too, like how few games he's played with some of these teams.
Yeah.
Like he's got 3 teams he's played 53 games or less for in his career. Like 6 teams he's played less than 100 games for. The dude is just a rental. He's a rental player.
Yeah. He's
like the guy you bring in when the wheels fall off.
Yeah, and like Josh Bell was almost starting to feel like that kind of guy to me too.
Yeah.
Where it was just like he couldn't stay on a team either. So it's just absolutely insane. Greg goes, wait, we had Pham? Yeah, we had him in 24, I think. The Red Sox had the Red Sox.
Oh, 22.
Wow, it was that long ago? 22?
Yeah. Yeah, he played
Dang.
53 games.
Oh yeah, then he went to the Diamondbacks after, I believe. And then the Royals.
He split 23 between the Mets and Arizona. Then he split 24 between, oh God, it was Chicago, St. Louis, and Kansas City.
Yeah.
Just wild.
It's crazy. Yeah, he's chasing. Got a couple of comments. Tommy Pham chasing Edwin Jackson and Octavio. Shh, don't tell. Dodger Blue says that too. Going full Edwin Jackson or Dotel, 1,000%. Yep. Michael goes, how did we not have him last year? Yeah, but cool for Tommy Pham sticking around, man. I love that. It's such a cool journey. That would be a guy in the future. Once he's done, man, I would love to somehow find a way to get him on this show, because I can't even imagine what kind of ride that has been for him. 11 teams, some teams a couple stops with, like, I mean, just never knowing where your next at bat's going to come from. Like, how do you get ready for that? How do you prepare yourself mentally going into a season being like, I'm going to be with this team for 2 weeks. I'm going to go over here to this team for a month. I might finish out just kidding. I'm going to go over here. Talk about a guy that never unpacks his bags.
I was just say he's the ultimate suitcase guy. Like, you never unpack the bag. You don't buy a house anywhere you go. You know, you're staying in a hotel or an easy apartment because you know you're not going to be there long. You just, you don't get comfortable. You just don't get comfortable anywhere. But I do wonder, with that being said, would Tommy Pham have a different career if he had actually gotten settled somewhere? Like, does that look different?
Yeah, maybe. See if he wants to manage the rounding third fantasy season next year.
Oh God.
Yeah. Just don't mention Jock Peterson while we're doing it.
That's still like the weirdest situation ever.
Yep. He'd make a pretty damn good travel agent when he retires. You're not wrong, Mark.
He knows all the places to stay.
Yeah.
Because he's had to figure it out. I mean, man.
Tommy Pham probably has the highest Airbnb bill in baseball.
Jesus.
Yeah. How many of him and Rich Hill been roommates? Probably a good amount.
Yeah, I feel like he had to have crossed paths with Dick Mountain a few times.
Yeah.
John and Chad, isn't he a right-handed bat? Come to Seattle. Why not?
Yeah.
Like, sure.
Yeah, he hasn't been there at this point. At this point, he's got to be like, his no trade clause is only teams he's already been to. He's like, listen, just send me to a new team. I don't care where it is. It just has to be a new one I haven't been to yet.
I wonder if he tracks teams like you track ballparks visited. Like, does he keep track of them that way?
I mean, you'd have to, right? I mean, you just wake up in the morning, you're like, wait, what team am I on? Oh, yeah.
Like, I look at 2024 when he was on 3 different teams. Like, do you literally have days you wake up and like, okay, where am I playing? Like, who am I with?
Yeah. Which jersey do I bring to the ballpark?
Yeah, it's like, which clubhouse do I go into? Which team am I with?
Have bat, will travel.
Literally.
Like, yeah. Crazy. Well,
and the funny thing is, like, he's had a decent career. Like, he's not a bad player.
No.
He's just never found a place that he can stick long term.
Yeah.
But everywhere he's gone, he's contributed something. It's not like he's a total bum.
No. Yeah, I don't get it.
I mean, the Mets would say he is because he did nothing for them in 9 games, but that's fine.
Yeah. So, all right, Christopher Sanchez right now on a 29 2/3 scoreless inning streak. So then it leads me into this question, Harrison. Paul Skeens got lit up today a little bit, but Sanchez, Paul Skeens, Shohei Ohtani. Who is the Cy Young frontrunner?
That's a tough one. I mean, I think right now it has to be Sanchez. As good as Paul Skeens has been, and also as good as Ohtani's been, I think Sanchez has been better. I think he's got a 1.82 ERA, so it's not like he's, not making his own case, but Ohtani's pitched great. The team has not played well for him. Kind of not his fault, but at the end of the day, the stats aren't going to look very good. Skeens has had a great start to the season. He got a little bit roughed up today, but unfortunately, he's showing he's a little bit human. But I think when you line them all up, I would say it's Sanchez, Skeens, Ohtani. Like in the order you've got in the image, I think Sanchez is 1, Skeens is 2, Ohtani's 3.
Yeah, I think I'm with you with Sanchez at this moment. I think he's kind of the clear one for me. Tim Farmer says Mason Miller. That's another great one. I should have put him in there for sure. Yeah, Hershiser's 55 consecutive scoreless innings is insane, but
it's wild.
Yeah, Mason Miller might actually be in this top 3 somehow, but I mean, Ohtani having a 0.84 ERA, giving up 4 earned runs the entire year is pretty ridiculous. After opening day for Skeens to, I think he's now above 2, but after today,
he will be.
He left opening day with like a 7 or something astronomical like
terrible.
that. So
it was terrible.
And then he was down below a sub 2 in like three stars, and you're just like, all right, dude, we get it. You're good at pitching. So I don't even know. I think, and Ryan, this is where I'm at with this, right? Is Ohtani puts up an equal or even slightly worse stats by season's end, they'll hand it to him 1,000% just because he hits as well, right? And yeah, Ohtani is winning Cy. We can't leave Ohtani without nothing. Skeens will get something else. I mean, yeah, I think if voting closes today, it's Ohtani's award. They're going to give it to him. But I agree. Sanchez has had the better start. Eyeball test, I think, better start.
Yeah, I think overall, I think Sanchez has been the more dominant pitcher, has meant more to his team because he's all they've had really to start the year.
Yeah.
I mean, Wheeler was great today. So at least, you got that coming back. But Sanchez has been an absolute rock for them and kind of hard to ignore.
Wheeler's looked pretty good the last couple starts after not knowing what we were going to get from that whatever that injury was.
Outlet syndrome thing.
Yeah. Is it thoracic outlet syndrome?
Yes.
Is that what it's called? Okay. So I had it right. But yeah, he's actually looked pretty decent coming out. So highlight says Aaron Ashby is 8-0 out of the Brewers bullpen. Yeah. Maybe there's your Cy Young. I don't even know at this point, but I don't know. For me, I'm with you. I think it's Sanchez at this point for me.
Yeah. I mean, granted, all 3 guys are deserving of the Cy Young. Like it's really hard to pick one, but I just think based on those factors, I kind of lean towards Sanchez. But ask me again in a couple weeks, and my opinion might change.
Yeah, 1,000%. All right. It was the second inaugural. Well, it can't be inaugural if it's the second annual MLB Rivalry Weekend, Harrison. So, first of all, how did you like it? Did you like it the same amount as you did last year? Was there any surprises?
I mean, I did like it this year because I think that some of the rivalries actually had, let's say, kind of more teeth to them. Like, for example, Philly and Pittsburgh, like that was actually like usually Pittsburgh, you can just roll over them. That was actually a better series. Baltimore and Washington, the Nationals are playing much better. There was more to that series. So, but I think overall, I think it was a good one. The Yankees Mets series was weird, but entertaining. San Fran and Oakland, or San Fran and Sacramento, was good. I think that all in all, I think it was good. I think it came out well.
Yeah, I like them. I like that they matched up the teams as best as they can. Right? I mean, the Red Sox and Braves is a weird matchup to me. Like, I get the historical significance of it. Like, the Braves used to be in Boston, I get it. But you're not going to match up the Red Sox with the Yankees when the Yankees have the Mets in town. So, like, I get it, right? But I think all the other ones were pretty good. The Dodgers absolutely kicked the crap out of the Angels.
Yeah, that was
that
rough.
Series. And can we talk about that Ohtani triple scored on a throwing error? Did you see that?
The Little League inside the Parker, or the Little League home run?
But the ball bounced fair and then bounced into the netting in the right field corner. And they let the play out. And then Ohtani comes all the way around to score. It goes to New York, and the ruling on the field stands. Or is confirmed, actually, I think is what they said. So, like, the ball clearly hits the net there. Is that just one of those weird ground rules where it's like, yeah, the net's in play?
I thought the net was supposed to be out of play. Once it gets over the top of the fence, that net is supposed to kill the play.
That's what I thought.
That's how I've seen it enforced in other stadiums. Like if it hits the net, it's out. Now in some cases it's hit the net and fallen down behind it, like so down behind the wall, so you couldn't play it anyways. This one kind of came right back out. But I don't love the fact that that's considered a live ball. Like that hits the net, it's out of play. Play's dead. Ground rule double.
Yeah, it was just a weird call, and it was weird that they let it stand and that they didn't hold him to a ground rule double on that.
Yeah.
It was just an odd play all around because Joe Adell like puts his hands up after it hits the net, and then he gets all flustered because they're not blowing the play dead, and he picks up the ball and just chucks it back to the infield somehow, and then Ohtani scores anyway. So
yeah, that whole play was a disaster.
Yeah, I just it's weird, but and that's what we thought, Michael. Like I thought the net was out of play, and then it even went to New York because the Angels challenged it, and it still came back and stood. So I don't know. Teams protecting the fans shouldn't change the ground rules. So I agree.
Yeah,
but right, because that would have bounced into the stands for sure. So yeah, on the broadcast, Oral Hershiser was perplexed about that call too. Dodger Blue. Yeah.
I think they just blew it.
But New York blew it too. That's the killer to me.
Yeah, I think they just blew the call.
Yeah, highlight surprise. White Sox are better than I thought.
I was just going to say that was the one takeaway I had from the weekend was the White Sox took 2 out of 3 from the Cubs and were very competitive. And that team is, I mean, we said coming into the season, like they're not going to be a doormat, but we didn't expect them to be like a legitimate AL Central contender. And I don't think in the end they will end up being there in the end, but they've been really good through the first, 6 or 7 weeks of the season.
Yeah.
Way better than expected.
I think Murakami's brought a spark to that clubhouse from every time that I like tune into a White Sox games, for 4 or 5 minutes, it seems like the announcers are always talking about like the positivity he's brought to that clubhouse, and maybe just a change in character is what that clubhouse needs. We have talked about the White Sox clubhouse status for years on this show. So maybe it was just a shot of positive influence finally from somebody that, he's from Japan, but he's played baseball for a long time.
Yeah.
So he knows what it takes. So maybe that's what they needed. But
yeah. Well, and John says the White Sox are a starter and a couple of relievers away from being a problem. Like that team is a lot closer than we all thought.
Yeah, Benintendi's kind of snapped out of it. He's had some pretty good games. Like, I mean, he's not hitting ball out of the ballpark, but he's, 2 for 4 every night. I saw a 4-hit game with him the other day. Like
he's contributing, he's hitting, and he looks a lot better than he has.
Yeah, agree. 4K asked thoughts on Roki. He had a really good start today. I think he went
Finally.
7. Yeah. I don't know. He's another one that I never know where I stand with him because he shows games like this and then other games where he just can't find the strike zone. His stuff is absolutely insane when he is on.
Yep.
But
yeah, I mean, he went 7 today, 8 strikeouts, no walks, gave up 1. He looked dominant, but that's the first time in his entire MLB career, all of the year and a half he's played, that he's looked that good. Like that he's looked like he actually belongs in the major league stage.
Yes.
I don't have super high hopes for Roki because I think he's another one of those guys who just nibbles too much. He's afraid to pitch to contact. And I do think there's either something mechanical or mental where he loses the strike zone and can't get it back. And I don't know what that is. Yeah, Ryan, that's exactly what I'm saying. like there's something with him, whether it's mental or mechanical, where he just loses it and can't find it and then can't get off that cycle. I don't have high expectations for him. I think he's going to be a guy who's, Jekyll and Hyde, and maybe ends up as a full-time bullpen guy down the road. Who knows? But it was nice to see him finally pitch well. I just don't know how often you're going to see that.
Sometimes he's Roki, other times he's Roku. Yeah, I
Sometimes he's Rocky.
That's true. What I've seen out of him, I think, was the velocity has always been there for Roki, right? But it just seemed very flat, right? You see a lot of these guys with high velocity, they have that last second rise, right? Or it seems like it's rising, right? They have that last 5 feet, the ball just explodes, right? And it just gets by people. And their off-speed stuff to back it up. I think Roki's off-speed stuff was so non-competitive that hitters could just lay off the splitter. He has so much movement on his splitter that he just couldn't find the zone with it. More times than not, he threw it for a ball. So it's like, all right, I'm just going to sit here and wait for him to leak a fastball over the plate, and I'm going to punish it. Now, if they found something when he spent time in the minors and he's come up and he's developed as a major league pitcher, now we could be looking at a really damn good arm. Another one for the Dodgers.
Yeah, he's tough to watch. He way too many walks, way too many home runs, gets hit way too hard for the stuff that he has because he just can't throw strikes. And he's constantly in like 2-0, 3-1 counts, having to just throw stuff down the middle to keep the bat alive.
Yeah.
I don't, like I said, there's something either mechanical or mental that causes him to just lose his zone. He can't get it back. I don't like his makeup. I think his stuff's incredible. I just don't think he's a guy who's going to be the impact player they hoped he would be. And maybe he eventually just ends up in the bullpen. But I don't have high expectations for him. Yeah, which is too bad because when he came over, like this was such a big deal.
Yeah.
And he's been kind of a nothing burger to this point. And, maybe in time he'll figure it out. I think you're asking a guy who is already kind of established to kind of reinvent himself.
Yeah. Dodger Blue says Roki comes off as maybe having maturity issues, not being able to handle setbacks, similar to Bobby Miller.
That's a great comparison.
Another great,
great comparison.
But yeah, so I mean, my overall take is I like the rivalry weekends. I think it's cool for the states that the teams are in. You got Cleveland, Cincinnati going at it, Pittsburgh, Philly, Marlins, Tampa. If Florida's even excited about baseball, I don't even know. But, Missouri, you got Kansas City, St. Louis. Those ballparks were packed every single night with, both fans. So I think it's pretty cool that they do that. So I love it.
Yeah, I do. I do understand the purpose of it with, you're playing in state, so it's not Red Sox, Yankees, it's Yankees, Mets. I do get that, but I would like to see maybe they mix it up and maybe one year it's like, actual like baseball or historical rivalries, and then maybe one year it's like geographic rivalries. Because I do think you're missing an opportunity there to have some really cool rivalries like Dodgers Padres, like Red Sox Yankees, if that's really even a rivalry anymore.
Cubs Cardinals,
right? Like go back and grab some of the historic rivalries. And for the guys that don't have them, you can, maybe those teams go more geographic. But I'd like to see them mix it up.
Yeah, I agree. All right, out of left field discussion topics, Harrison, what do you got for us this week?
All right. Well, we've been talking about a variety of things lately. So these are more just kind of like discussion topics in the sense of these aren't news related. These aren't necessarily anything happening. We want to talk about it. These are just like, how would you handle this? What would you do? Like, what would you prefer? So,
all right,
these, I think these will be fun. So first one, if you're building yourself a baseball club and you're looking at your roster construction, how you're going to build it, would you rather have an elite defense, and that would be defense and pitching, or would you rather have an elite offense? If you could pick, how would you build your club?
At this moment in time, I am going elite offense, and I'm saying elite in the fact that my guys can do everything, right? I can put the ball in play, I can run, I can hit for power when I need to, because there's no defense in this league right now that would be able to stop me. Heck, they can't even stop the Colorado Rockies half these nights. The defense is that bad, right? Give me 1 through 9 of guys that 5 tool players, right? That can run, hit, power, or 3 of the offensive tools, right? I don't really need the arm and the glove if I'm on offense all the time, but yeah, give me that elite offense in this game today, because nobody is putting the ball in play. So give me the elite offense. 1,000%.
Fair. So even in a world where, so you're saying your guys are going to be able to hit with runners in scoring position, they're going to be able to move guys over, like they're going to do everything, like a true offense, which nobody has anymore.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So fair. All right. I
just need 1 through guys just bunt, and then I know I'm scoring 20 runs a game.
Right. That's actually why I would take the other side of it right now. And I would say in today's game, I want the defense and the pitching, because if I have great pitching and guys that can catch the ball, all of a sudden now I have the ability to really shut teams down, because that elite pitching, as we see, you guys don't string hits together. If you give up a couple of solo home runs, you can still win a 3-2 game. If you can score enough. And defensively, if you can actually catch the ball and not give teams more outs, because that's what every week we watch teams throw games away because they're just giving away outs. And sometimes it's an error, sometimes it's just like a boneheaded mistake. Like you threw to the wrong base, missed a cutoff guy. Like how many times have we seen that cost teams in the long run? I would absolutely take the elite defense and pitching, so that I don't give teams more outs, I don't give them more opportunities, I don't let them string hits together, and I make it really, really hard for an offense to get comfortable, because I think that's where teams get in trouble, is these offenses start to get comfortable and know that maybe we can't get one to drop in, but somebody out there is going to let one drop in, and that'll be our big break.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate that, but I think at this point, I would have more faith in putting the ball in play against these defenses than, having, the chance that I could get hurt with a couple solo homers and my team not hit at all. Right. I think I would take the offense to make sure I'm scoring the runs, because these defenses are horrendous. There's no other word to describe it. Atrocious, horrendous. But Ryan's with you, defense and pitching.
Yeah, and Mike Reed in the chat over here immediately said offense, and he has a good point. Boston has like 40 plus defensive runs saved and no offense. The problem is the defensive runs saved don't mean anything because the pitching staff stinks. So it's like they defensively, and I find that shocking because I think the Boston Red Sox defense is terrible, in terms of zone coverage, ability to catch and throw. Like I think they're pretty bad. When I watch, but again, that's like the eye test. When I watch other teams, I just think they're way, way better. But it really comes down to, if you can minimize his mistakes and keep the bases relatively clear, when you do make that one big mistake and give up the bomb, if it's not a 3-run home run, then you got a shot.
Yeah, it's fair. Marty says offense. John Temple says, I want 26 high IQ baseball guys.
Have you seen some of the play around the league? Are there 26 guys out there?
Yeah, period, across the league.
Period, end of story. Can you even find 26?
Michael, this is a phenomenal point. Might be comment of the night here. Offense. For 14 years, my Braves had a Hall of Fame pitching, and we got 1 ring. And your defense wasn't too shabby either during that time. So that is a fantastic point. I got nothing to go against that one.
I will say the Braves got absolutely hosed because they went against some just buzzsaws too. Like they faced some teams that were really, really good. And that series they lost to the Yankees, like that was one of those, like, one big moment turned the whole thing. I mean, it was tight.
Yeah. Silic says defense pitching wins championships in all sports. You need timely hitting or a couple guys to be on a heater if the pitching and D are great. Um,
Fair.
pathetic is the word we're looking for. Yes, it is, John. Um, and this is a great point, Ed. I love this. The defenses don't get enough work. Nobody puts the ball in play anymore, and the coaches
Sure.
don't either before the games. But that's another story. But I just don't think that the coaching emphasis is on defense as much as it was 15, 20 years ago.
It's not. I mean, I think we see it constantly. You're putting guys in the field that really have no business being on a major league field defensively, but because of what they do at the plate, you're just learning to live with it. Like we're in an era where we're just accepting defensive liabilities as part of the game.
Yeah. Ryan says everyone's going nuts about the Cardinals' young bats, but if you watch those games, we won a ton of games defensively. Yeah, the Cardinals and Brewers are kind of on their own level right now because they play fundamental baseballs in all aspects. Yeah. I mean, Brewers great defensively, and they are contact team usually, right? Cardinals are playing that way right now too, and they've shocked everybody the way they're playing. And we've said it a few times the last couple shows, like, do we see that pendulum start to swing with other teams? I don't know. We'll have to see. But I mean, we're kind of split here. I mean, I have an elite defensive center fielder that bats 166 taken. So I mean, yeah, the Scott Foster says I'd have to say pitching and defense. I think you have a better chance at finding hitting before finding pitching and defense. And that's fair too.
Fair. Yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah.
I wasn't really sure how this one was going to go. If it was going to be like an onslaught of just offense only, but it's pretty well split.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't hate it. So, and maybe you do start to swing the pendulum. This is a great point, Marty. If you start paying catchers and shortstop for defense, do you think the pendulum would swing if people started paying the top defensive shortstops and catchers?
Oh yeah, I mean these guys aren't dumb. You know, they see who gets the contracts and say, okay, what's their game built on? And
right,
you know, they saw the big deals these pitchers have signed who are going out there throwing max effort and getting hurt, going, well, I want that too. We heard Tyler Glasnow say that. You know, I think if you paid these guys to be well-rounded players or steal bases or, you know, play the field walking on their hands, everybody else would do it too.
Yeah,
because they want to maximize their value.
Yeah. Yeah, the A's are one of the best teams defensively. They're a lot of fun to watch on the field, man. They are all over the place. Yeah, that's their issue.
The pitching's just rough.
Yeah, it's yeah. All right, next one.
All right, let's talk expansion, Nick. And this is a blank slate. So, if you were given an expansion franchise without being a homer, where would you put it? So the MLB goes, Nick Arno or anybody in chat, you've been awarded an expansion franchise. Pick anywhere that doesn't already have a team. You can drop it wherever you want. Where are you putting it and why? Because remember, you own it, so you want it to be successful.
Just one?
Just one.
And I am going to pick the homer pick. It's Raleigh for me. And it's because of the lack of TV market here. Like, if you look, there's no coverage of MLB baseball around the Raleigh area. It's completely black. Like, I can't get the Braves on quote unquote cable. I can't get the Orioles on cable. Can't get the Nationals on cable. I get no baseball here. In fact, when I had Spectrum in Raleigh, it would show up on the Atlanta station that the Braves were playing. I would click on it and it'd be women's volleyball. And I'm like, what the heck? So Braves coverage never meets Raleigh. So there's untapped MLB potential in Raleigh. And this place is absolutely booming in population. It's still growing. It's absolutely nuts. There is an avid fan base for the Carolina Hurricanes here, like no other hockey atmosphere I've ever been in. The fans will come out and support this. They've already got the ownership. They've already got the battery laid out, ready to go if it gets approved. Raleigh is in the best position, I think, other than Salt Lake City, to put in a team starting tomorrow. Like, Tom Dundon is in on it. I mean, you were here when MLB Raleigh was on. Like it's Raleigh, North Carolina for me. And there's no baseball between here and between Washington and Atlanta. And that's a pretty big spot. There's nothing in the middle section of that country that, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, there's nothing there. North Carolina. So, yeah, it's Raleigh for me, and it's not even close.
I mean, love all the points you made, and they all make sense. And I think Raleigh would be a great market for baseball because, I mean, look at where some of these major leaguers are from. North Carolina is a big time baseball hotbed.
Yep.
And it always has been, just kind of very quietly, which is also why I think all the minor league teams are there. It's just really easy to congregate there because you can get up and down the East Coast easy. You're essentially located. Like there's so many benefits to it. So I think there's a lot of reasons to go there.
Yeah.
Greg, I 1000% am dropping a team in Montreal. Probably not the Expos because you got to let that history it's got to be a new team. But if I could drop a team anywhere, I'd go to Montreal. And I would go to Montreal because it is a 4 million plus person market. It's English and French speaking. The Canadians have one of the most loyal fan bases in all of sports because they've done well. They've done it right. The Expos were a dumpster fire because of a lot of reasons. But I would totally, I would go to Montreal. Massive market. You got a fan base that loves it, a super valuable market, big time media market. You've only got one other, professional Big Four sports team that you're competing against. That's the Canadians. It's like off season to you. Every team that's gone to Montreal, including the CFL, all that, have all done extremely well. That is a market where people love their sports, but they expect you to not suck. They expect you to be good. And when you are, they show up and they spend a lot of money. So I 1000% would go back to Montreal and do it right this time. Set it up right. Nice ballpark, done well, dome stadium, the whole 9 yards. But I would definitely go back to Montreal.
Yeah. Kind of all over the place in the chat here. Nashville, Ryan says, Silic says Raleigh or Nashville. John says, sure as shit, not putting it in Portland. Yeah. Highlight says, Nashville's a growing city. The city's made up of transplants from all over the country. Baseball fans are hungry for their own team. Now, like I said, we did meet with MLB Raleigh organization back, I think it was for episode 250. It was a while ago.
Yep.
And the one hiccup Nashville has is they just asked their taxpayers to build them a new football stadium. So are they in a good place to just turn around and build the baseball stadium 2 years later? I don't know. That's on the taxpayers. That's a tough ask for a city, but maybe they do have a billionaire owner lined up. I do not know. Dodger Blue, I'm with you. Get MLB out of Florida. The fans have shown they don't care. If the Orlando Dreamers land this expansion team, you can't put a third team in Florida. You can't. There's no way you can.
No, and I've said it all along. When Florida, you're competing against the quality of life. You're competing against everything else. When people get out of work on a Friday night, they're not like, man, I'd love to go sit in a ballpark and watch a game. I'm thinking, no, I'm going to go down by the beach and have some cocktails and dinner. Like, yeah, that's where I'm going. I'm not going to go sit in the ballpark. And, I've been to Tropicana many times, several times. And it's a terrible stadium. But even if you put a beautiful stadium down there, people still ain't coming.
No,
like they're not coming. When that team was head of the World Series, they couldn't sell it out. Like it's just that. The hard part is so few people that live there are from there. They have other teams that they'll come and watch when they're in town, but they're not like nobody's like a born and raised Tampa Rays fan. There's just so few of them.
When the Oakland A's had more fans in their stands the last a couple weeks of the season that they were in Oakland, they still had more than the first playoff game in Tampa. Yeah. And I was just like, what are we even doing there? That's terrible.
And you can move the Rays to Tampa and it probably won't change that much. but
No.
it'll probably be a little bit better.
Yeah.
But
Mike,
people in Florida are like, I live in Florida because I want the lifestyle
right.
that doesn't involve sitting in a ballpark.
Right. Michael says Raleigh's my number one too, but number two, Salt Lake City. And ideally, I think those are the two plays for me, anyways. Flat Cheese says Honolulu, Hawaii. Yeah.
I think Puerto Rico if they could afford it, but they probably can't. Although there's a lot of money that's moved to Puerto Rico. That's a totally different place than it used to be. They
Yeah.
can do cockfighting in the parking lots. Edwin Diaz can host it. But that'd be an interesting place to drop a team.
Yeah. I've heard Vancouver, British Columbia has come into talks a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know how far along they are. Curtis says originally he was with Charlotte, but I haven't heard from Rick Curdy in 2 years. I'm going to say right now, Raleigh, I confess it's true. So the other thing with Charlotte is they were thinking about taking over the Charlotte Knights Stadium, which is in downtown, right next to Bank of America. But if you have been in downtown Charlotte, they don't have any room to make that a major league stadium. So they would have to completely build a new one outside the park or outside the city somewhere, because there's just nowhere in downtown Raleigh to, downtown Charlotte to put it. So that's kind of the hiccup there with Charlotte there. But
yeah, Charlotte's a great city. I used to go down there at least once a month, but it's full up downtown. Like it's becoming very, very hard to get in and out of that place and get to things because it's full.
Yeah. But I agree. I think you have to split up the country again, right? So yeah, PR would be brutal for the travel aspect of British Columbia, 1,000%, right? Because again, they'd be at the end of the road like Seattle is. So for me, I think Raleigh and Salt Lake City makes sense, right? Colorado Rockies are out on an island, right? The Braves are kind of out on an island, right? I don't think people realize how west and north Atlanta is compared to Tampa and Miami. Like Atlanta is kind of more middle of the towards the Midwest than you think. Like I have to go 8 hours west to get to Atlanta pretty much. So, or maybe it's 6. It's 6, but still, that's 6 hours almost straight west for me. And a little south, but not by much. It's weird. So I think splitting up the difference between those two with Salt Lake City and Raleigh, I think for me, those are the plays. And Salt Lake City has the infrastructure already in place, ready to just literally plop a ballpark in there. Like buy it off Amazon and put it on a plot of land.
Buy it off Amazon.
Yeah. So.
Oh, man.
What player is this behind me? This is Jason Varitek. He's my favorite player of all time. And we had a follower, Richard Blitzman, actually draw that for me. So it was really cool. But yeah, for me, it's Raleigh and Salt Lake City, I think, are the two clear front runners for me at this point, from what I've heard.
Yeah, I think the bunch of people jumped on my Puerto Rico comment and are loving the idea, but realizing that'd be a logistical problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think in terms of reality, I think Raleigh and Salt Lake City are the two that probably make the most sense.
Yeah.
I think in terms of like likelihood to succeed, size of the market, I mean, Montreal's a no-brainer, but I think everybody's afraid to go back there because of how it ended. But we talk about Nashville. The market in Montreal is 3 times the size of the Nashville market.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Montreal will be the 16th largest market in the entire U.S. if you dropped it inside the U.S. It is a monster, and it's bigger than like 18 of the existing major league markets. It's huge, but I think everybody's a little afraid to go back because of how badly it ended.
Yeah, it was
But
not
I think
great.
I think geographically, I think logistically, I think in terms of like fan bases that would support it, I do think Raleigh and Salt Lake City probably make the most sense.
Yeah.
I think Portland's going to be tough because they've got all their own issues downtown, and trying to figure that out I don't think anybody wants to play in that spot. Vancouver sounds nice. I mean, Sacramento threw their hat in the ring, but in reality, like, probably not
happen.
Orlando's a tough one, but they seem gung ho to make it happen. So it's interesting. Expansion will be interesting when we come out of this whole work stoppage nonsense and figure out what's going to happen next. But I do think there are places that would be great to put baseball that aren't in the conversation. And maybe they won't be because maybe those areas just don't have the support or don't want it. 'Cause I think there are a lot of major metros that look at sports as cool, but like we don't have to have it. Like it's not necessary for us to survive.
Right.
Um, and I think it all depends upon what you got to work with.
So what are you thinking, like in that aspect, like San Antonio, Oklahoma City,
Yeah.
Columbus, kind of like that, the secondary cities, if you will?
Yeah, I think those secondary cities, a lot of them are kind of like, maybe not. Maybe we don't want it.
Yeah.
There was talk at one point about like Austin, Texas, San Antonio. They all just went, nope, we're good.
Yeah.
And we're all set. And then even, I'll pick on like St. Louis. St. Louis is a good market. There's probably opportunity in St. Louis. Not for baseball, I'm saying. But obviously, baseball's spoken for, but like they could probably do more in St. Louis.
Yeah.
But they don't really want to. Like they're content with what they have.
Well, they've tried, but they all move out of there.
They do, and it's because they really don't want them. I think the idea is sometimes better than the actual the reality of it.
Yeah. So, yeah, logistics and traffic issues and police force can get in the way of a lot of cities. That's the other thing. Raleigh has the infrastructure for it because it would be right next to, that's called the Lenovo Center now. I don't know. They change their name every other week.
Yeah.
Used to be PNC Arena, but the ballpark would be right next to that. So they have the plot of land ready to go. But
yeah,
we will see what happens.
So here's Mike Reed's theory. You do Raleigh in Salt Lake City, move Tampa to Montreal, and Miami to Orlando. Change them back to the Florida Marlins with the teal. Done. Sign me up.
Yep. I'm there.
Sign me up. I'll take that.
Yep.
All right. Nick, so we're going to stay along the lines of starting a new franchise. So if you were starting a new franchise and you could pick 3 current players off of any roster, who are your 3 picks?
I'm taking Paul Skeens.
Yep. I think he's everybody's number 1 for the record.
Yeah. I'm going to take
This one's hard because
I'll take
one choice.
I'll take Bobby Witt for number 2.
Okay.
And you know what? Give me some young thump. I'm going Nick Kurtz, number 3.
Sick.
Yeah.
So that's my exact 3. So I'll do
okay, awesome. I love it.
I'll start fresh.
Okay. This was not rehearsed.
Exact 3. So
yeah.
I did not necessarily expect you to come in and I expected there some overlap, but not all of it. So all right. I will take I will anchor my rotation with, he's a little bit older, but not like way, way older. I would take Sanchez. I would take Christopher Sanchez as my rotation anchor. He's 29, still coming into his prime. So I'll take him. I would take. So I had the exact same 3. So
yeah,
apparently we all think the same way here.
Yeah.
So give me Sanchez. Judge Ohtani and Skeens. That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to win right now, that's who you take.
Right.
All right. So I'll take Sanchez. It's really hard not to take Bobby Witt, but I won't take Bobby Witt. If he was healthy, I would take Roman Anthony as a guy to build around, but I'm a little afraid to take him now.
Yeah. I mean, you taking one of the rookies? You taking JJ Weatherholt?
That's like, which rookie would I bank on? It's so hard.
Weatherholt's been an animal already.
He has been. I mean, I like Weatherholt a lot.
Do you take a guy that's already semi-proven, like a Corbin Carroll?
Well, I think you got to take a mix. So like my head runs to like, I wouldn't take Julio because I think he'd be tough to build around. I love Corbin Carroll for a lot of reasons. I love, Connor Griffin's a name that I kind of go, oof, but he's so new. It's like, do you feel comfortable taking him? So give me Sanchez. I'll take Weatherholt just to make it easy. Give me Weatherholt. And after that, I would probably go back. I'd probably take another pitcher.
Really?
I feel like you need. I mean, I'd love to take like a Mason Miller, but I can't justify taking a closer that soon. But the dude is absolutely freaking unhittable.
Yeah, he is.
And give me I'll take a Scooble as my third guy. He's still youngish.
Okay. You have to trade him away at the deadline. His contract
Yeah.
runs up.
I'll take 2 stud lefties and
Okay.
Weatherholt.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of
There's so many guys I want to take, but it's like,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, Skeens, Otani, and Witt. I mean, Otani, yeah. So, I mean, my thinking with my picks were like, I want young guys because if I'm starting my franchise, I want them there as long as possible, right? I mean, I know Otani and Judge and all that stuff. Like, yes, I would love those guys on my team, but like, how much longer do I have them for? I don't know. I got Bobby Witt locked up for another 14 years. That's where my head went. You know, like that guy's not leaving my franchise. He's got a 14-year contract left to play out. So
Take
that's where
literally flat she said it as I went, oh man, I should have taken Nolan McLean. That's the young arm I should have taken.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh, Drake Baldwin's a great choice. He's a stud.
And Baldwin is a great one. Nico Horner, also another sleeper. He does not get the love he deserves.
Not even close.
And Brian Wu trying to be different. Yeah, Corbin Carroll is someone people forget about a lot. And absolutely, he's kind of hidden down there in Arizona. And unless you kind of seek out Diamondbacks games, you don't really see them. I love that team. I love Corbin Carroll's game in that ballpark is just, he hits a ball down the line, it's a triple. It's automatic triple. He hits it in the gap. It's an automatic triple. And boy, can that dude run. It's so much fun to watch him play when he's healthy and right.
Yep. PCA is a great choice. Miz is a great choice.
Yeah.
I love Jackson Merrill, but he's off to a really tough start this year.
Mm-hmm. There's some great ones in here, though. Love it.
Yeah, it's incredible because you really could. You could draft more experienced guys and build a winner right now. You could draft some younger guys and grow into it. You got options, but what's incredible to me is how much young talent there is. Like it's tempting to take a guy like Ellie De La Cruz because the upside is so high.
Right.
It's tempting to take a guy like Sal Stewart, who's kind of like shocked us all with the way he's come on.
Thanks, Marty. We'll see you, buddy. Thank you for stopping by.
Yes, yeah. Kevin McGonigal, a guy who's got to be in the conversation as a young guy you'd probably want to build around.
Yeah.
It's just
absolutely.
There's no wrong answers here, which is the beauty of it. But it's always interesting to see like who do people value.
Yeah, I mean, Rob, this is a great one, Drake Baldwin, because like you can build a team around a backstop.
You sure can.
I mean, absolutely. So John's with Cal, Witt, and Skeens. So I mean, Cal Ripken Jr. has been retired, but that's a weird one to start your franchise. Cal Raleigh. Got it. My bad. But yeah.
And actually Mike just said it in the chat over here. Nobody said Soto. And it's like I thought about a guy like Soto, but it's like I feel like he's a hard guy to build around. But
I don't think Soto's game is ridiculous, right? Like we all see it. But I don't know if he is a guy that you want the other 25 guys in the clubhouse looking up to and modeling their game after. I mean, I don't know. It might not be fair for me to say, again, like I'm not in the clubhouse, but just from the outside looking in, he just doesn't look like a leader type for me. And for me, I want those leader type guys if I am building my franchise around you.
Yeah, so, like if I was going to take a Mets player, I'd probably take Frankie Lindor over Soto for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah, 1,000%. So,
actually, I'd take Nolan McLean over both of them if I'm building a team. But for position players, I would take Frankie first.
A catcher that is getting no love and how good he is Shea Langoliers.
Yeah,
that dude is an animal.
He is.
But. So, I mean, he's a really great backstop. I could build around that for sure. No one's been talking about him, but
John, I'm taking a flat tire over Soto.
So, yeah.
That's rough.
Crazy. But, yeah, that's a good one. Makes you think. I could come up with a whole bunch of sets of threes that I'd be like, yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Well, that's the thing. Like the fun part is like there is no wrong answer, but having to pick three, like it becomes hard. Like one's easy. It's like, yeah, we're all taking Skeens, done. But it's like, okay, now who comes next? And it's like, oh, I haven't really thought that far.
Yeah.
So I thought it'd be fun to go, okay, let's go three deep, like see who else you would take, because it's funny how every fan values different players in different ways.
Yeah. That'd be cool. All right. And the last one you got.
Last one, Nick. So you've got this expansion franchise. You've made your first three picks. Now somebody's got to manage them. So if you could pick any current manager, whether they're managing currently or just currently available, like you can't go back and take, guys from a million years ago.
Casey Stengel.
Yeah, you can't go back and take Casey Stengel or guys like that. Sparky Anderson's not walking through that door. But if you could take any current manager or currently available manager like a Rocco Baldelli, who would you take to manage your team?
Probably Bobby Valentine's number one for me.
Absolutely, only with the fake mustache and glasses.
And he invented the rap, so yeah.
Sure, the team would eat well.
Yeah. For real though, current manager I would build around. Give me Kevin Cash. Give me Kevin Cash. He knows how to work the young guys, and he knows the Rays are always there playing good ball. Like, I would rather have a team come in and be relevant every year. Yeah, maybe not win. I mean, that's obviously the goal, but like win every year, but at least be competitive where like you roll into town and the other team is like, I don't want to play them right now because they are hot and we don't know how to get them out. Like, give me Kevin Cash.
Yep. That was also going to be my pick. So
of course it
was. So I'll change up the manager.
We're spending too much time together is what's happening.
Because my second pick, I think, would be if I'm building this team from scratch and I want them to play a certain way, then my second choice would be Stephen Vogt. I think that he's proven to be great with young players as well as experienced players. He's a good in-game manager. He understands situations. It helps being a catcher. These guys that were catchers all seem to get it, like at a different level than most guys do, because they tend to be much more kind of strategic and cerebral. Like they understand the game at a different level in a different way. But he does such a good job managing that roster, the lineup, the bullpen, the rotation. He knows how to read guys. He knows how to push them when they need it, how to pull them back when they need it. I think he would be a great guy to manage a lineup that is balanced. Now, if you're going to go bring in a bunch of veterans, he might not be the right pick. But if you're going to have a team that's mixed or a team that tends to lean younger, I think Stephen Vogt would be a great option because he can absolutely develop guys.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's some great ones. Michael says Tito. Rob says, Stephen Vogt is awesome. John Temple's taking Vogt. Carlos Mendoza. David Ross, another great one. Ed, he kind of got the raw deal. Flat Cheese said Mattingly. Scott wants Francona, and Curtis says Mattingly, and we all know why. Give him that World Series.
Yep.
Yeah, Walt Weiss, not because he's a Brave, but because he'll beat up all the coaches and players. Yeah. Yeah.
That's how nobody wants Aaron Boone. Weird.
Yeah. Or Vitello.
No.
Yeah.
But I will say over here, Mike Reed said, Lavello from the D-backs or Vogt.
Oh, yeah. Torey Lavello's a great one.
Yeah. I do like Torey.
And the players love him. So that's another great one. Again, another guy kind of hidden in Arizona that nobody talks about. But
yeah. And, when they're good, when they're really good, he gets some attention. But otherwise, Arizona, it's just like Corbin Carroll. If they're not really, really good and grabbing national headlines, people just kind of forget they're there.
Yep. 1,000%. Oh, here we go.
We're rocking some Who Is That guys. So I think we got a good mix of some older, some more recent, couple of deeper pulls that are players that actually have come up recently that I'm like, oh, I'm going to add them in. So we'll see. Yeah, Ed, nobody said Corey. You're right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna mix these up a little bit tonight and see how it goes.
All right. Well, let's go.
All right. So Played for 17 seasons between 1970 and 1986. Played for the Orioles and Angels. 6-time All-Star, 4-time Gold Glove winner, and a World Series champ. Best known for being the first player inducted into the Angels Hall of Fame back in 1988. Who is that guy?
I know this one for sure.
This one comes up in chat like every 3 or 4 shows.
Yep. That's Harrison. Yeah, not Harrison.
Wait, what?
I don't know. Yes, Bobby Grich is correct for sure.
That is Bobby Grich. Career average of 266, 224 home runs, 864 RBIs, 371 OBP, and a 71.1 WAR.
Nice.
Quite a career.
Yep, he was a pretty damn good second baseman for sure. So
Yeah.
Nice job. So yep, and then Scott got it too. Bobby Grich. Nice. All right,
next one. Played for 20 seasons between 1986 and 2006. Played for the Rangers, Athletics, Yankees, Tigers, Reds, Blue Jays, Mariners, Twins, and White Sox. 4-time All-Star, 1-time Silver Slugger, and Home Run Derby champ. Best known for winning the 2001 Comeback Player Award after his career seemed to be over. Who is that guy?
Nice.
I know, right?
John Temple. What's Bobby Grich? Is that Wario?
I could totally see that too.
Oh, for sure.
Everything. Oh,
that
man.
was awesome. That was great.
That's amazing.
Yeah, John Temple. This is absolutely Ruben Sierra for sure. Yeah, everyone's got that one. Ruben Sierra.
Yeah. Ruben Sierra, career average of 268, 306 home runs, 1,322 RBIs, 315 OBP, 16.8 WAR.
Nice. Oh, the first picture introducing who is that guy? He said, "Looks like you," and not the Grich picture.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. I love these cards. Like, this is when I started collecting baseball cards because these were in the Coca-Cola 12 packs. And my grandmother, they used to come free in the 12 packs. And my grandmother used to save them all the time for me.
Oh, yeah.
So I'd go
I love these Don Russ cards. They were great.
Yeah, it was the best. So, yep. Nice.
All right, next one. Played for 14 seasons between 1984 and 1997. Played for the Athletics, Orioles, Tigers, and Rangers. A 2-time All-Star and a 3-time Silver Slugger winner. Best known for his unique batting stance and consistent power as a catcher. Who is that guy?
Oh, layup.
I got to mix some in. Otherwise, people on Facebook get feisty when they're too hard.
Oh, who cares? You don't deal with them. I do.
You're right. I don't. I intentionally just don't deal with them anymore.
Yeah. But yeah, this is an easy one for sure.
Yeah, this should be a slam dunk. They will get a little harder.
Oh, great. Yeah. I'm here talking smack and I'm just going to be able to get the next one. Love it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But
why is chat so quiet?
There they come. Yes, this is Mickey for sure. Nice job,
Mickey
Tom.
Tettleton.
Here they come.
Career average of 241, 245 home runs, 732 RBIs, a 369 OBP, and 29.4 WAR with that weird laid off bat stance.
So he is now coaching the Burlington Sock Puppets here this summer in North Carolina.
Oh, is he? Nice.
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
I'm hoping to get over there. That's that college summer league.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Maybe he wants to come on the pod.
That'd be awesome. I'd have to get down there to a game, see if I can get him. But
absolutely.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Because he was coaching in the Appalachian League, and then he kind of, I think, did this league this year. So pretty cool.
That's cool. All right. Next one. Played for 18 seasons between 1975 and 1992. Played for the Indians, Blue Jays, Yankees, Braves, Brewers, Red Sox, Expos, and Mets. He was the 7th overall pick in 1975. Best known for replacing Thurman Munson as the Yankees catcher after Munson's tragic death. Who is that guy?
You got me
Now
on
in
this
Yankees, yeah, in Yankees lore, this is a guy that comes up a lot.
one. Yeah, see, 1970s baseball is non-existent in this noggin.
Yep.
I couldn't even give you a guess on this one.
Yeah, this is one that, yeah, say Curtis was all over it. In Yankees lore, this is the name that comes up a
yes,
lot.
okay. I probably should have known that one, but yeah, nice.
Oh, I got it too. Yeah. So Rick Cerrone, average of 245, 59 home runs, 436 RBIs, a 301 OBP, and 8.1 WAR.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
got a. Yep, someone's Uncle Lou, Disco Stew from The Simpsons.
Awesome.
Oh,
yeah,
John.
no clue. That's awesome.
That's amazing.
Nice job. You guys got that one for sure.
All right, next one. Played for 17 seasons between 1981 and 1997. Played for the Braves, Indians, Giants, Dodgers, and Mets. A one-time All-Star. Best known for holding the record for most career bunt hits with 245. Who is that guy?
Another layup for me for sure.
Yeah, this is a guy that I think is kind of mixed if people remember him or not.
Yeah.
Because like statistically, good career, but kind of a not a role player, but kind of a not a spotlight guy.
Yeah.
Kind of the supporting cast.
Yeah. Yes, you guys got it. It is Scott, don't worry about autocorrect. If you're close, we'll give it to you.
Have you seen our spelling? I mean, don't stress.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that back up, Harrison. Anyways, yes, it is Brett Butler for sure. Nice.
Oh, man. Yeah, so Brett Butler, career average of 290, 54 home runs, 478 RBIs, a 377 OBP, and a 49.7 WAR. Guy could absolutely bunt. My Lord, could he bunt?
Otis Nixon, close.
Otis Nixon.
Yes, Butler. Nice job.
All right. Played for 15 seasons between 1983 and 1997. Played for the Dodgers, Mets, Orioles, Phillies, and Astros. Two-time All-Star and a World Series champion. Best known for his clutch relief performance in Game 4 of the 1986 World Series. Who is that guy?
I got it. Where's flat cheese? So, anybody? Come on. Yes, Ryan, for sure. Sid Fernandez. Yep.
Oh,
absolutely.
Mike Reed guessed Ron Darling. Not a terrible guess.
No, he was a right-handed one though, right? John Franco. This is who I was kind of going back and forth between at first, and then I'm like, no, that's not John Franco.
Yep.
But yeah, Sid Fernandez.
So Sid Fernandez, career record of 114 and 96, 1,866 and 2/3 innings, a 3.36 ERA, 1,743 strikeouts, and 32.8 WAR. I blocked that series out.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, fair. I mean, his relief performance in Game 4 kind of shifted the momentum of that series back to the Mets. It went like 2 1/3 hitless, when they were kind of on the ropes and bottom time to get back in it.
Yeah. Dang. Crazy.
Yeah. So, all right. Played for 15 seasons between 1992 and 2006. Played for the Braves, Orioles, and Red Sox. 3-time All-Star, 1-time Silver Slugger. Best known for setting the single-season home run record for catchers in 2003 with 43 home runs. Who is that guy? And everybody should get this one.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, he's the last catcher to have a 300 average, 30-plus homer, and 100 RBI season, which is crazy.
Yeah, Mike's already got it over here.
Yeah, it was an absolute monster year in 2003.
Oh, grotesque.
Yeah. Javi Lopez is absolutely correct. Javi Lopez.
So Javi Lopez, average of 287, 260 home runs, 864 RBIs, 337 OBP, and 29.7 WAR. Guy was a monster. I still, him leaving Atlanta still makes me scratch my head, but
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone got that. Autocorrect got a couple people in there. Navy Lopez, Casey Lopez. Yeah, we got you. It's Javi Lopez. But nice
it's all
job.
good.
Everybody got that one.
We know.
Yeah.
All right. Played for 15 seasons between 1993 and 2007. Played for the Blue Jays, Padres, Cardinals, and Astros. One-time All-Star and a World Series champion. Best known for being one of only 24 pitchers in history to beat all 30 MLB teams. Who is that guy?
Oh, that's not who I was expecting it to be with the blue. You threw me for a loop. Oh, you know what? I've actually sent this guy a message to see if he wanted to be on the show.
Oh, really? Nice.
I have, yeah. That's a good one. And this one might be a tougher one. People may or may not get this one. Yeah, Dodger Blue. You don't remember Javi being that big of a stick either, but 2003, well, we kind of all know what was going around there, but yeah. Oh, you guys got it. Nice job, Dodger Blue and Chuck Phillips. Nice. Woody Williams is correct. Nice job, fellas.
Yep. That is absolutely Woody Williams. Career record of 1-2 and 116. 2,216 in the third innings pitched, 4.19 ERA, 1,480 strikeouts, and a 30.2 WAR.
Yeah, that was a great one.
Pretty solid.
Yep. That's a great one because that's like right on the fence of like, man, I should really know this guy and I can't pull his name. Like those are the hardest ones.
Yeah, this is one of those guys like John Temple's reaction of, oh my God, brain fart. Like this is that guy. You're like, I know who it is, but I can't. I just can't put my finger on it.
Who was when we first started doing these? There was it was Jay Payton. I was looking at his face, and I'm like, don't tell me I got it. But it took me like 2 or 3 minutes to like, nope. Yeah, it's Jay Payton. But yeah, it was just one of those guys like right in the middle. But great one.
Yeah. Yeah. There's some of those players that just like they're right on the cusp.
Yeah.
So, all right. Played for 14 seasons between 1980 and 1993. Played for the Mets, Twins, Mariners, Pirates, and Phillies. A World Series champion. Best known for his fiery style that created some of the most entertaining ejections and speeches when he became a manager. Who is that guy?
I should really know this one too.
You've seen his videos, Nick.
Duh. Absolutely duh. My God, that's terrible. Wally Backman.
Wally Backman. Awful. His videos are freaking legendary. His clubhouse speeches, his ejections, throwing the bats on the field. Like the dude is crazy.
That's right. Wally Backman. Yeah. I can't believe I brain farted on that one.
Yeah, Wally Backman, career average of 275, 10 home runs, 240 RBIs, 349 OBP, and a 13.2 WAR. And some of the best ejections you'll ever see caught on camera.
Meltdowns.
That's so just great. Amazing.
Yeah. I love them.
So, all right. Last one, Nick. Played for 13 seasons between 1990 and 2002. Played for the Giants, Red Sox, White Sox, Cubs, Reds, Dodgers, and Athletics. A Gold Glove winner. Best known for setting the record for most consecutive errorless games to start a career. Who is that guy?
Oh, heck yeah.
I loved him.
Blast from the past right here. This is a great one.
I loved him.
Yep.
There was not a ball in center field he couldn't get to.
No.
Like, not one.
No, he was so good.
Yep. And just like gliding to everything.
Mm-hmm. It's not Royce Clayton. Not Rolls Royce.
No, Mike Reed, not Darren Bragg. But they played alongside each other.
So close, though.
Yep.
You're really close.
Played alongside each other.
Not Candy Maldonado. He was a catcher, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy was
Outfielder.
Center fielder.
Nope, it's not a Lou.
Not in a Lou.
Oh, we stumped him. There it is.
There
Scott
it
Foster got it. Darren Lewis is correct.
Yeah, D. Lou. So Darren Lewis, career average of 250, 27 home runs, 342 RBIs, 323 OBP, and 10.5 WAR. Guy covered so much ground in the outfield.
Yep, love that. That's incredible.
Crazy amounts.
Yeah, great ones, Harrison. Love it. All right, before we end the show, exciting news for Thursday. I want to thank Mark Rogers kind of putting us in touch with Zach Braddock. He kind of came up with the Brewers at the same time Mark did. Didn't spend a ton of time at the show, but he still got there. So we're going to have him on Thursday and just kind of working the networking with the players and just to hear their stories and how they're similar and different, because it would be kind of cool to listen to Braddock's story about coming up through the Brewer system too, because it's a lot different than Rogers was. So just like the speed they came up, how many, outings and all that stuff. So it'll be really interesting to hear what Zach Braddock has to say on Thursday. He's excited to come on. So another former Brewer would be pretty cool around a time frame where the Brewers had some interesting characters on that team. So excited for that interview on Thursday night. And we are working on a lot more interviews and people to talk to. I know we're talking to an author right now. I don't want to mess up the name of the book title. I think it's Interstate. I'm going to butcher it, so let's not. Interstate 85, which is on the Cardinals and Royals World Series. And he's working on coming on himself and possibly bringing a player with him as well. So we'll see if that works out, but got messages out to a few, so we might have some future guests here in the near future. So keep an eye out for that, but really excited for Zach Braddock on Thursday. So
yeah,
we will.
Another guy with a really cool story of making it.
Yeah, absolutely. And those are the guys we love, right? I mean, yeah, as awesome as it would be to have a star, a Hall of Famer on here, right? Like we all know their stories, but I really love listening to the guys that, had to work their asses off to get where they got, and they got a shot at the show. I mean, I don't care if you threw one pitch in the show, man, you still got there.
Yeah, you made it.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. So can't wait to talk to him on Thursday. But all right, anything outside of you, Harrison, or the chat before we call it a night?
Just a couple of quick items. Grayson Rodriguez made his return today. Had some defensive issues that really kind of derailed his first outing back, but back on the mound, stuff looked good. Obviously rusty, but Grayson Rodriguez was back on the mound, so that's a good sign for him, good sign for the Angels as they try to build up some pitching.
Yeah, because Alek Manoah got lit up last night.
That's all he does is get lit up. That dude's like forgotten how to pitch. That
was his first game back. He topped out at like 86. It was not great. Gave up 6, I believe. It was a lot of walks. It was not pretty.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah, not pretty.
It's time to just call it. Brian Bayo got put back in the rotation today and is likely going to get taken back out of it because he's still terrible. Got absolutely lit up by the Braves. Not that the Braves, are like some like weak lineup, but boy, that he can't get anybody out.
He can't.
He just can't.
No, it's brutal. Curtis, that 30-21 score. Did you see that one, Harrison?
Oh my goodness, yes.
Oh my God, man. It was nuts. Only needed a touchdown and a field goal to tie it. Like, God, man. Yeah. Wild. Imagine scoring 21 runs and still losing by 9.
It just doesn't sound real. It just doesn't seem possible.
Yeah. Is Manoah the biggest fall off of the decade? Of the decade?
Yes.
has to be.
I mean, it has
Right?
to be the decade. Maybe one of those guys who's one of the tops of all time when all is said and done. It's so bad.
Like not even close. Like we're talking about top 2 Cy Young, right? He finished like second in the Cy Young, and then pitch clock came and he was done.
Toast. Never recovered.
Yeah, he was third in the Cy Young. And then 2023, 5.87. Adios, buddy.
Yeah. Bye.
That's crazy. Yeah, it has to be. I mean, we could be talking about this in this capacity with Cal Raleigh next year.
Oh, that would be epically bad.
I mean, 60, and I mean, I think he's going to be okay, but I'm not trying to put that on him or any Mariners fans, but the way this year started, I was starting to think this could be not great. But yeah, Alec Manoah right now is for sure.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
And then did you see our old friend JJ Bleday since coming back?
No.
JJ Bleday is absolutely scorching hot since returning. Batting average is now sitting at 321. He's 321, 4 home runs. He's been back for 16 games. Just killing the ball. Looks like the guy of old before the Athletics moved on from him. Absolutely just tearing the ball up. Tearing the ball field apart.
I don't know if necessarily the Athletics wanted to move on from him as much as like they needed to play their young guys, and they just didn't really have a spot for him at that point. It's like it was just kind of clogged there. Because he showed flashes of brilliance when he was with the Athletics.
He did. And he seemed like he was going to be the guy there for a long time, and then it just didn't work out. The play was very kind of uneven.
Yeah. But good for him. I like guys that can kind of rebound and find it. So
yeah. I was sad to see the Athletics move on from him. I understood why they did, but it's nice to see him bouncing back so well in Cincinnati, where he's just getting a chance to play.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So, did you see Vladdy's home run today?
No, missed that one.
It was a 105-mile-per-hour rocket, went 369 feet, a 16-degree launch angle. Lowest launch angle of any home run hit in Major League Baseball this season. It was literally a liner with like no hump in it. It was just a straight shot. That ball, there's no movement. It was just a straight missile.
I can't even imagine what that would feel like off the bat.
Yeah.
Like,
it's gotta feel so pure.
Goodness gracious, man.
But yeah, 16-degree launch angle, lowest one this year. Just like literally the ones we talk about. It's a 2-iron. That's almost exactly it.
Yeah. God, I think my 2-iron has more loft than that. That's crazy.
I mean, it felt like if somebody like jumped up, they could have caught it. It was just hit too hard. It was such a low liner.
I saw a kid. We were playing Wheaton, and he was a big, tall kid. He was probably like 6'6", 6'7", just really massive human being. He gets in the right-handed batter's box, and he hits a liner to center field just like that, Harrison. I mean, that was the back then when we had the bats. You know what I mean? Yeah. This thing had to have been 110 miles an hour. Like, because I thought it was just a line drive to center field, and the thing just kept going until the center field fence just was like, stop, right to the bottom of the fence. Like, no bounce back, no nothing. Like, just
dead.
Hit the fence and then straight down. And I was like, oh my God. Like, you have to hit that square for that ball to just stop and fall to the ground. Like, no bounce, no nothing. Just doosh, boom.
Yep. That's wild.
Yeah. Absolutely insane.
Jeez.
But it was like 10, 12 feet off the ground the entire way.
Yeah, just a freaking missile.
Yeah. Base hit up the middle. That's nice. And it's still going. Cool.
Is it ever going to come down?
No. But yeah. Hardest ball I ever saw hit was my senior all-star game. Kevin 70 played for Stanford. He went to Baylor on a full ride. He hit a ball to the shortstop and then it took off like a golf ball. Like, and it was heading towards the shortstop, and then it takes off into the left center field gap. And everybody in the dugout were like looking at each other, like, we're like, did you see that, or was I just seeing things? And they're like, no, we saw it. Like the shortstop was right here with his glove ready to catch it, and then all of a sudden the ball just rose right up over his head. Hardest ball I've ever seen hit. Yeah. It's crazy. But yeah. So anything else out of the followers tonight? Scott says he saw Jack Clark hit a shot in Candlestick Park that must have never gotten more than 5 feet off the ground. It just about a hole in the fence in left field.
Crazy.
Rocket. Man. Yeah. But yeah. Saw Strawberry hit the scoreboard in 86 in Old Bush Stadium. That's a shot.
Yeah.
Played against this kid who was 6'6" at age 12, and he hit a homer 300 feet to left field, 30-foot tall fence to protect the houses, and behind the field, and hit a car on the other side of the house. God dang. At age 12. Yeah. 6'6" at age 12, man. What?
What are you feeding him?
Yeah, that's wild. But all right. Well, you got nothing else, Harrison?
All set for tonight.
All right. Well, like I said, come back on Thursday. You guys always come back, and we appreciate it. But Zach Braddock will be here Thursday, talk about his career for the first half of the show. Then we'll dive into some news and trivia like we always do. But again, thank you guys for the support and hanging out with us every episode. It means the most to us. It means so much. And love all the interactions and what you guys bring to the show. So really, really appreciate it. Hope you all have a safe week. Enjoy some baseball. Even if your teams aren't playing well, try to find a team that is, because that's what I have to do every night. And
that's the beauty of MLB TV. Just go pick somebody else.
Yeah. And I'm done with this one. All right. But anyways, we'll see you Thursday. Love you guys. See you Thursday.